I am now streaming on YouTube.
European Medicines Agency grants orphan drug designation for crofelemer to NAPO EU Jack.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. All right, I'm going live, tweeting everybody or putting this out on the Discord.
BERU, Peru. General Medicine FDA approval of its AMC, the treatment for benign
There you go.
static hyperplasia, that's Victor Airport, PRU.
Oh, oh, nice. All right, well, that's awesome, Earl. That's dope, dude. Put that aside, do it again.
EPHW press release.
Apple could still go up. I could be wrong. I'm ready to be wrong. So, you may have been dreaming. An offering on Microsoft? Yeah, you may have been dreaming. What's up? How's it going, YouTube? Good morning. Alrighty, everybody. We're gonna get Charlie to can it for a second. We're gonna go ahead and talk about a little bit about the news and some of the stuff that we have coming up this week. And we did this last night. We're gonna go quickly go over it again. So, before any data comes out, Wall Street futures currently edging up higher as world stocks firmed, and generally upbeat mood took hold of the world markets ahead of the host of central bank meetings this week that will include the U.S. Federal Reserve. The dollar edged higher and gold prices steadied. Oil was lowered and weighed by new concerns about the Omicron coronavirus variant and doubts around the effectiveness on the vaccines. That being said, Pfizer, in that general realm of things, Pfizer is to buy Arena Pharmaceuticals for $6.7 billion to expand its cancer and anti-inflammatory inflammatory disease treatment pipeline. We also have Fed to pivot on inflation fears in the face of another uncertain year. So the Federal Reserve is stung by a persistently high inflation and encouraged by lower than expected unemployment to set on Wednesday to chart a path of higher interest rates next year as policymakers show their hands on how soon and how much they would think borrowing costs would need to increase to keep the economy on even keel. And with that being said, if you guys don't have the economic calendar or utilizing briefing.com, that is something that you guys, TikTok, YouTube, this is a great website to get an idea of the impact that each one of these sets of data will have. So, of course, PPI, core PPI coming tomorrow, the FOMC rate decision. So the question is here today is, did we gap up too far on certain stocks, or do we continue the run and then tomorrow we start to see the roadblocks occur? So we do have definitely a lot of high impact data coming in throughout the week, starting on the 14th, closing throughout the whole week. So that being said, VP Harris has secured new investments from companies like Pepsi, Cargill, and Central America Strategy. And they've announced the new investment in Central America from companies to lower migration, that boost her efforts to lower migration from the region into the United States. So we also, hold on one second. So two court cases right now. You have the UK antitrust regulator looks into Microsoft's $16 billion Nuance deal, Nuance deal, and it will take a look at that as it goes to purchase the artificial intelligence and speech technology company. Polish regulators are to investigate Apple private policy. The Apple faces an investigation in Poland over whether or not its new rules on privacy and personal data processing the iOS devices violate competition law. Polish anti-monopoly watchdog UOKIK said. Other than that, let's see. I did want to point out, and this is more than news. We are human beings. What happened in the Midwest It is on the Amazon news, but if anybody has any family affected by that, or if you've been affected yourself, my thoughts definitely go out to you guys. Lived in that region, but I also, feel for those people who were, and that's a part of this article here. It just kind of sucks to. I don't even really want to read the entirety of it, but there's quite a few people working at Amazon. Who passed away, unfortunately, due to the collapse. So that is something that could impact Amazon. I've never really traded through something like that. Currently in pre-market, they've gapped up. So that may not have any effect on it, just be maybe another day at the office for them. But I did want to just throw that out there for anybody who's, maybe having to deal with that kind of stuff or something. So that really, really sucks. All right. Let's see. All right. We'll go over those in just a minute. What? That's helpful because every time Pal speaks, market tanks. The only so do I only answer certain questions? Well, I have questions coming in from all different places. I've got YouTube right here. Y'all ask me why I have so many monitors. Here you go. That's why I got so many monitors. I might need another one. If I don't calm down here. Um, all right. So other than that, let's see here. Go over a couple price upgrades, and we'll go over some of the weekly stuff. Yep. Hold on one moment. All right, I'm gonna briefly go over this, or if you guys want, I'm taking this from Walter Bloomberg. So those of you guys in the Discord, I'm gonna go ahead and just post this. All right, so these are just some price upgrades to keep in mind. Again, one of the ones that caught my eye was the Braze with the multiple different BRZE. You guys, I'm gonna send that in to you guys right now. You guys will be able to see that. Um, So you guys see that we have like a slew of price upgrades around 80 and $50. It doesn't have options yet, but it does in fact have some equity, or obviously equity. So but anyway, those are the price upgrades. You did see Costco getting price target upgrades to around above 500, 560 from Morgan Stanley. CVS got a price target raise to 107 from 100, which, man, that sure sounds like it's going to go to 105. CNC got price target raises as well. I'm not much of a CNC trader, Centene Corporation, but damn, that thing looks like it wants to go and rip your face off a little bit more. So those are some key price target upgrades that we've got. Now, looking forward to the earnings calendar here this week, and I'm going to get back to answering questions here in just a moment, and I will go over my watch list. I'm just going to wait for most people to get up here. It's 8:40, so as far as earnings this week, super boring. Clean Spark Hexo on Tuesday. Those are interesting companies to watch. I'm not really familiar with anything other than IronNet here on the 15th. Adobe, FedEx are Thursdays and probably the biggest ones this week. Other than that, just a garbage week as far as earnings are concerned. Next week, not much changes either. We kind of have Garrett Motion. I'm investing. That's my company. But yeah, so that's next week's. So not really much exciting, no exciting earnings coming up. So we got our economic calendar, got our earnings calendar, a series of price target upgrades, and of course we're just kind of keeping our eyes peeled on the scanner and top news coming in. This ooh, damn! So CVS actually gets another price target upgrade from Morgan Stanley to 125. So that can add and will add to the momentum here. And it looks like you may have already responded. So yeah, you've gapped up a little bit there. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. Yes. Airbnb joined the NASDAQ. Do I eat breakfast? Unfortunately, that's kind of where I slack. I'm not much of a breakfast guy. Hey, Dustin Dyden Rich, why are you what are you doing, dude? Sophie, Visa, what's up? Um, sorry. You need an engine to run good? What? No, the screener, they do have a screener, yes. Awesome. Cud being good. All right, so I'm gonna step off for just a minute here, and I'll be right back on. But I want to talk about. I'm gonna talk about this again. So just gonna we're gonna cover this really quickly. Okay, so again, I'm in Apple puts. I could be wrong. More than likely, looking at the chart right now, there's a good chance I could be. Um, we're up with futures. We do know that we have a slurry of economic data. I did point out also that once Apple gets to this RSI level right here, so you guys notice that right across the board, this is a rejection level all across. This is where Apple falls. Apple is there. Apple is at that RSI point where we get that rejection there. You can see here the TTM is kind of curling over as well. In my humble opinion, I still really think that Apple cannot just crusade through this week's data without seeing some type of impact. That being said, I will and listen, this is part of making a bad decision, right? Sometimes you're going to end up having to make tougher ones in order to leverage or get out of the trade completely. Do I believe that Apple will make a fall this week? Yes. That is my belief. That is my belief based off of a few key indicators. Looking back at past price action, so I'm fully prepared for Apple to move to 185. That is totally within sight if Apple decides to make a strong move. That being said, I'm also fully prepared for Apple to, and as you guys will see, we will open up and Apple will have a decent sized gap. If you're in any upside position, I know a lot of people took the hedge, so they took Apple to the upside. A lot of people are in weeklies. Those weeklies were again 100%. So there was a good trade to the upside to soften the blow. So if anything, I'm not taking this one with a square pan to the face. I'm going to be able to get out either licking my wounds or ready to trade a whole new day. So that being said, I'm really going to be just watching where and how Apple will behave in the first 30 minutes of the day. I will play it to the upside if it breaks above pre-market high. I have right in the range. I won't stay until 185. Okay, that's actually I just saw Rolly's message right there. Top Shelf is basically saying trimming around 184.61, which is a great place to trim because people the velocity or the volatility will pick up as you get to that resistance level. You'll probably see shorties try to step in, and Apple has and Rolly actually pointed this out. There has been moments right around here where the short interest went up relatively high, and you did have like a head and shoulder setup, but of course that's only on the 5 minute time frame, and of course these higher time frames trump that. But we stayed in range, so I'm just looking for Apple. I really feel that there could be a gap build to the downside if we have any sort of negative connotations opening up, but at the moment we're gonna take this one to the chin. I will let you guys know if I am out of the position wholly. Okay. Uh, Part of being in a difficult situation is trying to figure out what the right thing to do is. And right now, I have an idea of where to go to the upside, and I have an idea of where to go to the downside. So I'm fully prepared to take things to the upside, hedge myself, and then as the data comes in towards the next week or the rest of the week, looking at all of my indicators here, it is evident that we will pull back. All right. This has been a big rollover. We've had a big, strong move all the way down from the 158s. I do anticipate an Apple pullback here soon. So, and again, there is a plethora of gaps here to the downside. If we know anything about gaps, we know that these gaps will get filled. So, plug is killing. What a trash stop. Yeah, it's sure all my everything. Yeah, I can go over SPY. Where do I see it pulling back? Well, I either see a immediate pullback right into the gap today, or going along with Rolly's target, I could see getting close to 185. So for me, and the way that I see Apple, Apple's a crackhead and a really safe place to trade. In my opinion, I could see Apple popping up, hitting 185 right around the time of the FOMC decision rate, and then potentially taking offering up a profit taking, which could occur off of the gap. So a lot of the times, and you got to think of. Oftentimes, I will ask myself, what is an investor thinking right now? You know, like what could they possibly be thinking? Would you, had you been in anywhere around here, would you take profit on a nice sizable gap up like this, where we closed at 179 and opening almost $2 higher? Probably. That's a really good trade right there, especially for Apple. So if anything, you know, making another $2 to $3 move today seems kind of uncanny, or $3 move today, but it's not outside of the realm of possibilities. So looks like Apple could sniff just below it. Yeah, top shelf agreed. This all depends on JPal. Everything depends on the meeting going forward. Am I expecting good things? No. Do I expect maybe even a pullback? So maybe the FOMC decision rate starts to weigh us down towards the end of the day, where people start thinking about all of the high impact data that's coming forward and maybe aren't going to be taking as heavy bets. But anyway, I'll go over this trade again, and we'll watch it as it moves up here in pre-market. But I will go over my watch list. I'm going to step off for just a moment. If anybody has any other questions when I get back, I'll go over whatever charts you guys want me to go over. If you guys are here in the TikTok, and you guys want to stay with us, I will leave the YouTube stream on. The link is in my bio for that, so you guys can hop into YouTube, and I can answer your questions there. But I am going to turn this stream off. I will turn it right back on, so you guys can just leave your alerts on and wait for me to hop back on live. But I will be right back. I'm going to step off, grab something to eat now, to bring back in the office. So appreciate you guys following. Thank you guys. We will be live, so no worries there. But yeah. If you guys aren't going to be staying, my watch list today, of course, is Apple. I do have a firm on that watch list as well. I will be keeping my eyes peeled on NVIDIA. I also have my eyes peeled on a firm. I already said a firm. Roblox, excuse me. So I will be keeping an eye on Roblox as well. So. Hal got this all wrong. He won't admit it because it'll tank the market. He'll dig in and keep the liquidity pumping. Pumper's gonna pump. Agreed. Agreed. How do I get you to invest for me? I do not do that for anybody ever. I really feel like, and I get it, some people are too busy, but it's definitely something you want to try and take into your own hands. So, yeah. I've had people ask to give me. I had somebody offer me $500,000 to trade for them, and I told them no. So might seem crazy, but it's not worth it. It's not my money. Give me a few years, maybe. I'll be trading freaking water futures. All right, I'll be right back. Yes. So blind librarian, write those down, write blink and write charge point down because you could get movements off of that. I do. Yes, that is absolutely correct. I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna step off. Oh, come on. I just bought this whole pack of pins. Why? Why did I even buy it? All right. See you guys in a minute. Yes, do buy silver. Buy silver and gold. Physical silver and gold. Seriously, I really think it's a great idea. All right, I'll see you guys in just a second.
Good morning, everybody. You were half asleep. That probably woke you up. How was everybody's weekend? Good? We had a good time with their family. I thinking about stocks. I hope so. I'm light on my watches today. I think I'm only watching possibly one stock, which is Apple, and just for a bounce. You know, I can easily just go for pre-market high and then stop. So I don't really care about that. I just want to see if I can get it in a red to green trade. Just because of the momentum that I had and how it's setting up pre-market, plus the JP Morgan issue and all that. Hold on, I gotta put my headset in charge. I don't know. So do you want to wait for Gary to get on?
Debbie. Okay. Oh. All right. What's up, y'all?
Good morning.
What's up, man? Sorry. The espresso.
Bro, you know that I really don't want to make me coffee today.
What?
Yeah, man. I was like, damn, that's like you're gonna break like the cycle, but that's fine. I told her I was like, I want to have a red day now, thanks to you.
Well, I mean, she breaks the cycle, but she may break you, dude. I mean, like, what are you supposed to, how do you, I don't even understand. Where are you supposed to go from here?
What energy am I supposed to have? Dude, just drinking water. I've been drinking a whole liter of water snuggled up.
I guess this will keep me up.
I guess, yeah.
Oh my God. Hey,
Let's see. Bro.
did you remember that comment that I made that I showed you guys?
Did you make me coffee? Seriously, you didn't make me coffee? Damn.
Diana, how could you? Oh, wow. Charge point filled its gap. Oh, nice.
So watch this today. You got any good stocks that has run the previous day? Because I have a small watch list. So not saying one. I thought Microsoft was going to be a good contender, but I don't like how they're doing pre-market.
I'm not a big fan of Microsoft setup. I'm watching Blink and ChargePoint both. We got that infrastructure. We had the infrastructure allocation from Biden and Harris, basically allocating funds towards charging stations. So I thought maybe we could see ChargePoint, which is currently sitting at a major support of $20, and pre-market sitting at $20 right now. And it actually filled a gap to the downside in pre-market. ChargePoint, CHPT, and then of course Blink is there as well. Blink actually has a. Now that I'm looking at it, Blink looks. That's too ugly. That's yeah.
Oh, I saw Plug. Plug is getting into my buy zone again, so that's pretty cool. You know, it's one thing I would like though, Garrett. The stock gives up all its gains.
Yeah.
Almost always.
Yep.
That's one thing I really don't like about it because for long term, you know, I can keep buying, but the question is like, when is enough is enough? You get me?
Yeah, you want to have some consistency, like pull back 50% of the entire thing and then bounce something. But this one just was like, oh, did you make some gains? Let's lose them. Yeah, I definitely.
That's why I tend to trim when I'm up 100% like profits, and at least take out what I invested because you know it's not worth it.
Yeah. I Plug actually is at a good, it still has a gap underneath it at $31, but it does have a good bounce spot here today. I'd like to play something a little bit more straightforward. I like a firm still for a bounce back potentially today. Um I'm keeping my eyes. Of course, I've got a toxic relationship to deal with Apple. So that's gonna be fun. We're gonna enjoy that. 3 trillion market cap. Nah, that's fine.
Yeah, so that's actually crazy. I was just about to tell Diana that Apple reached a tree. My God, a 3 million market cap. That is literally as much money as was given for the stimulus the first time around.
That's pretty much.
Yeah,
That's pretty
Apple
much.
is worth the stimulus.
Apple has reached the tree. It's imagine that. Yeah, it dude, this thing it is absolutely insane. Absolutely. I'm in that toxic relationship. I know I've wrapped everybody into it. There's rumors. Everybody's a part of the fight now. Toxic. Sorry, we did this with lemonade. We won.
Oh my God, wait, there you go. Yeah, I remember.
We won though. I won. I stuck to my guns. And do you remember that? I was like, I literally, bro, was cursing out Andrew left on live.
Yeah, that was a pretty crazy.
I'm like, you stupid son, like stop talking about these stocks that you're shorting. Like just stop it.
I mean, I'm watching Apple today just off that, obviously the morning momentum that it's gonna have, but it's actually like it's gonna fade. Anytime the VIX has gapped up, with the market, we have pretty much given all our gains. So today, if VIX gets over 20, we're gonna end up seeing some crazy little movement across the market. So ideally, the first break would be 1950, and then we gotta head for 20. If we do head for 20, then the market's gonna pull back.
Interesting. Okay.
But I'm
I
just looking for that red to green on Apple. Really, just because of it's the only stock that has any momentum left. Like Tesla is a laughing stock at this point. Are you really biting the cable to my headset, dude?
sounds delicious, really. I mean, now that
Thank God, it's one of those like covered wires, so he can't like chew through it.
oh, that's good. Good.
Yeah, it's good. He'll probably find a way. Go, Rob, go.
You know what you should run, the little bones, like the marrow bones. Just run the cord through all marrow bones, and that way it takes them way longer to chew through them. All right. Oh my God. Yo, whoa.
Okay, what the? Did you just say?
Nothing.
I'm trying to analyze what you said. The wire inside the bone marrow.
Yeah, like never mind. I'm not I feel like explaining is gonna make it worse.
Yeah.
Do,
Roku loves cayenne pepper.
do you see
It's
that?
not gonna.
Did you see the Secrets of Dumbledore coming out today?
Oh no, there's something bro, I don't have like TV. I don't really keep up with it.
It's a trailer. It's basically a movie about Dumbledore. It's called The Secrets of
Oh,
Dumbledore.
nice.
Yeah, yeah, stuff about it. Little cayenne pepper for Roku. Oh man, I've given up on Roku. That thing should have bounced like 9 times.
Oh, you met my dog back.
Oh, I give up on that dog too. I was kidding. Oh man, if I had a cat, I'd probably
No, Apple.
my cat. I would have to name it Apple.
Apple.
I feel like
And we got another one called Nicola.
no, that cat would eat it. No, I I personally, if I was to buy a cat, name it a ticker name, it'd have to be like probably cat. Like that'd be my first one. Maybe Roblox. D Nut. There we go. D Nut. That's it. That's what I would name my cat. All right. So you already went over your levels. What you're watching today?
No, I covered.
Okay.
So all I'm watching is just an Apple bounce. So we have pretty much the stock is still in between linear regression. It looks like it wants to, go, but again, it's at all times high. So let's see what happens. I did say earlier that Apple looks like it's gonna gravitate towards its 786 fib extension. So that's at 184.93. But that's a pretty big move for Apple to really make, assuming shorts just don't take over and destroy this thing. So I'm only looking for that red to green trade, profit out of some cash, and then just move on with my day. My other watch is Snow over 373. Why 373? It's because that is the daily ATR. So the ATR trading stop on the daily is at 373. Once we get the break and it holds on a 5 minute time frame, look for dips into 373 and then ride it back up. Don't play the breakout. Wait for it to break and hold. Snow likes to fake out a lot. So that's pretty much it. I'm not watching anything else. Sorry, I'm watching Apple, guys. I really have nothing else to trade.
No, it's all good. I'm
Nothing else, man.
I'm gonna have to. I have to trade it because I'm stuck in it. So, um, every time I take flow like I do, like I always like tell them why the fuck did I why? But it's Apple. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. Plug. What is plug at this morning? Actually, why does plug look like it's not going to go anywhere? It looks like it's about to fall even further. 3250. Yeah, so with the VIX down there on that stochastic, dude, that's what I was looking at yesterday. How, I mean, one or the other. Either we pull back or we fall. I mean, SPY's right there below all-time highs. We got a gnarly gap to the downside. I don't know. I think we'll stay in range or move up into all-time highs today, and then maybe even just taper in tomorrow as the economic data comes in to smoke our asses. So I did take out a put on Microsoft. I'm sure you guys probably are well aware. This is obviously out till like the end of December. And I will be holding on to that one considering that it was only about $90 and I wasn't super heavy on it. I will average up on that one. But I am expecting a bounce at 340. So I will be keeping track of those. So if anybody has any more questions, if you guys want me to take a look at anything, go ahead and let me know now. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get ready for my trading day as far as setting up my charts and stuff like that. So if you guys have it, it's 9 o'clock or 9:10, so we have 20 minutes. And then I want to be able to go over my watch list in its entirety. So. I mean, it's good that Microsoft is pulling back a little bit. I think that's good. Because Microsoft can still move to the upside. I see the rising wedge, and that's all good. But you would have to lose likely 341, or 341.55. Otherwise, Microsoft above 343, 75, and it's only I think it's 345 is the target to the upside there. That is a very clean target to the upside. So market cooperation, move to the upside, 345. You can play it to the upside. You don't have to take my bias, guys. I'm there are going to be times when I'm wrong. If you guys don't want to participate and it's worth getting out of the trade for you, definitely do that. I have my hunch. I do believe that towards the end of the week, most of the positions that I have on Apple at least will recover. So at this point, it's already gone to the point where I have to hedge and again, I will say that being smart with my positions and playing it to the upsides lessen the blow. So it's a little bit more malleable and a little less stressful for me. So, um, but let's see, Tesla. So let's look at Tesla. So guys, a request on Tesla. So I've been I actually have a chart set up on Tesla already. So Tesla, in my opinion, looks like it's building a descending triangle. At the moment in pre-market, not showing a whole lot of strength, but I still expect that Tesla could go hit 1040. 1040 to 1035 is my target to the upside. That would bring it to, and let me put regular hours trading on. So you guys can see that on Tesla, we talked about this last night, and we'll see if it ends up happening. So Tesla to the upside, there's a target at 1062. There's a micro gap. Now, that gap's not important enough to bring any type of buyers at this point. But that being said, looking at Apple at the moment, I do expect for a retest of the 1050s. So above that mark that I gave you around 1045, I'd like to see that tap of 1050. If we reject at 1050, it becomes a lot more likely that this is a bearish pennant and that Tesla could go and finally fill its gap to the downside. So there's more gappage to the downside than there is the upside. And of course, they're dealing with the SEC right now, which puts pressure on them. But we will, of course, see what happens for sure. So, um, I'll look at that. What indicator? Volume profile, TTM squeeze. Actually,
Sorry, dude. I had a call. I have a meeting with this client today. I can't build. That's the one that I built last time with the flat tire.
okay. uh, yes, the downside gap on Tesla begins at basically 950. It's 944.25, and it closes at a beautiful 910. So I fully intend on potential. I would love to short that gap, but It's also not outside of the question to see Tesla go and retest areas as such as 1125. If the market pulls another crackhead move, then maybe even higher. Maybe you go and you fill the gap to the upside that you still hold, which is at 18. So do you ever go over how and when? Yeah, of course. So I mean, with the EMAs, on the hourly, I consider the 200-day EMA to be one of the strongest moving averages. I always expect some type of resistance or support. You can see a bounce there. So the 200-day EMA on the hourly is my day trading bounce level, my day trading resistance. So I really enjoy using the EMAs on the hourly and the daily. A lot of the times I'm looking for a stock to create what's called an EMA crossover. And that's when I basically will see some type of reversal pattern here at the bottom, whether that be a double bottom, whatever it may be. And then that creates the 20 and 50, or will cause the 20 and the 50-day EMA to curl up. And there are people who are trading robotically via algorithms, and these EMAs are to be considered. You can see the respect that they garnish across the chart. There's no denying it. The hourly is almost universal. The hourly 200-day EMA the hourly 500 HMA and 200-day EMA are really, really interesting indicators that I recommend experimenting with. But I use those for day trading for the most part. And then a 9-day moving average. A lot of the times I'm looking for a 9-day moving average crossover, whether that be VWAP or the 200-day EMA itself. But of course, price action always reigns king, and so does these linear supply and demand. So of course, those are always things to add into that. Shock G, Rolly and I both concur on the levels for Oracle. I see Oracle potentially going and moving into its gap, just a tear, a tad. It has bounced up here in pre-markets, holding, and it's giving you clean levels both up and downside. So that's the beautiful thing here is you already see a level above you, 103.50. 103.80, both levels to the upside. Above that mark, basically 104, maybe you can consider that 110 call. But at the moment, I could and do potentially see Oracle retesting areas around $98. So 98.50.
Suck. Your price action sucks. Your company sucks.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Manipulative. No.
It's toxic.
Straight up, I will never trade Oracle again. I removed it from my watches after what happened, dude. Like, here's the thing: you could
It
like
gapped up
pause.
though, so
I
hard.
understand. No, I get that, right? But here's the thing: when you see a bid, right, on the level 2, and the bid gets filled, and then you still drop on that, dude, that's like, what? Am I a joke to you, bro? Yeah, like that was straight manipulation, man. And then the fact that at 100 is when it bounced, nah.
I like it if it doesn't make that big of a move. So if Oracle is a really fun cycle stock to play because it moves very you can actually measure the percentage move, which I think is an average of 13% for every cycle. So from like down here at the bottom March, you move from the low of 67 into the high of 80. You pull back, you consolidate, you move from the low of 77 into the high of 90. You consolidate, pull back, then you move again into the high of 98, almost 100, and you consolidate and you pull back. So it's really cyclical. It can be fun day trading. I don't think I ever like trading stocks when they gap up like that. Like a hellacious gap up or gap down, like creates too many eager buyers. If you gap down too low, which creates liquidity, then market makers can still beat the dog shit out of people. And then to the upside, same thing there. People trying now. I mean, like you still have things like a firm, right, which gapped up with their deal with Amazon and then continuously continue to like move to the
That was
upside.
nuts, though.
That was nuts. Yeah, I'm actually watching a firm today because I have one of two things happening here. That the firm still has disgusting gaps to the downside. It's filled the majority of its gap, but still has a gap all the way to 92.45, and then there's a gap at 87.50 all the way down to 74. So I'm not banking on those gaps, but I am watching a firm today. Ooh, excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Season to be super bullish.
Yeah. I am considering, in fact, that was one of my first thoughts about 2 weeks ago we were actually shorting a firm to the downside. I think we lost the 112, shorted it down to 110. Maybe I think it might have been even lower. But with that, I was anticipating, and once I saw this bounce, I was like, man, no, there's no way. So right now we're actually retesting our most recent point of control. That's 112.50. I'm watching this one above 117, 120 strike, and then potentially 130. There was unusual flow that came in for the 130 strike, 1231. So I see a falling wedge. I see a smaller time frame wedge as well. A gap has been filled at 113.33, and a curl is happening. So I will be watching a firm to complete that curl. And it looks like in what's up?
You see that broadening wedge too?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I see the broadening wedge. That's one of the key factors that I'm watching, looking for. So, um, if you're looking at Lucid, be careful that the EV infrastructure play doesn't keep EVs afloat while charging stations and anything EV related holds up. So, is that what is it? Oh my God.
Yo, Big Stepper just said, MU, this looks really good, dude.
Let me see.
Really, really good for a bounce. I just posted the levels I'm watching. It's above supply, so obviously now supply became demand.
Oh my
And
God.
then hourly.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's a pretty nice setup. Look at the daily as well, Garrett.
Lucid Group stack 100 index.
You're kidding me. You're kidding me.
No, I'm serious.
Thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I don't know if that was old news or not.
Who's how does it feel to know that your 401k is in a company that has that sort of pay?
Hey, you leave my 401k out of this, sorry.
That's
Hmm.
crazy. Next thing you know, RIVN is gonna be part of the S&P 500.
I would pull my cash out.
Yo, that made me go and look at ON on semiconductor. They have a really interesting setup too.
I am watching MU as well, guys. Some pretty nice chart. Honestly, it looks really, really nice. I like it.
Like it a lot.
Well, dude, look at the launch pad on the daily.
On what?
The MBA.
Oh, hold on. Oh, it has a launch pad. That's why it's doing it. But also the first FIB is lining up with the. I always forget what SMA this is. Damn, I think this is the 10.
Is that it, Rolly?
So
Because
yeah,
I'm going to screenshot that and put it in admin trading. Okay, I'm going to
Launch
do.
pad?
No, 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 you're good. I'm posting this in admin trading for everybody.
I am for sure gonna watch MU into the open with Apple dishes.
I could see ON semiconductors moving to a new high of 67.50 today. I'm looking at this top resistance. That's the upside. MU, I don't play MU. I don't know why.
It's about like to build like a 4 or 5K position, you gotta buy like easily like 30, $40.
Oh,
It's horrible.
I think broke.
I don't really trade it that often. I'll buy like a few contractors just to let it do its thing.
Speaking of Intel, I did see news over the weekend about them. It was like a revitalization. Intel. I keep an eye on them today.
Been in place now for a little bit.
is much better than their old CEO. So
Thank God.
when I was bearish on Intel like last year, the CEO this year we've gotten on Intel is much better.
It needs a bounce, something hard, something
It was
terrible.
great for small accounts, man. I used to trade that stock religiously when I was like in the 40s and 50s. It would just do the same move every other day. But no, it's great for small accounts. It's just when one wants to scalp it with size, it's a bit annoying when you get stocks like this. It's like SPY. If you scalp a 10 lot of a contract that's worth $100 on SPY, that's only $1,000 base. Assuming you got a nice scalp, you're gonna be up maybe 150 to $300 at most, compared to you buying a 20 or 30 lot. You know what I mean? Where in the same move you'll be up a lot more. Remember, when lots increase, options is all about what you risk. You get me? So if I'm risking on a 50 lot, it's probably because I have like a 3K position, and that has happened before. Fuck commission, man. The main thing I hate.
NVIDIA also has a setup to bounce to 312.50. So there looks like there's movement available for all semiconductor stocks to bounce. Maybe this also has to, I wonder if that would play into infrastructure at all. But yeah, I see 142.50 on AMD as well. 142.80, excuse me. Don't risk what you can't part with. That is facts.
Listen to what I tell you when you say brisket and biscuit.
If it's a biscuit, if it's a Bojangles or Popeye's biscuit, I'm okay. That's suicide.
All right, great.
Yo, look at those eyes, dude. That's trauma.
It's trauma. Trauma. Hilarious.
I just don't know. It looked like private monthly.
I see on my Roku post and I look down and he's just staring at me.
Small account is posted in the Discord. A reunion. Yeah, is it Justin?
Yeah, it's Justin. Yeah.
Nice. He's probably driving somewhere. He's probably like in the middle of Alaska or some shit.
Yo, I posted the snow playground that we talked about last night, Justin.
Wow, QCOM. Look at QCOM, dude. What the Brad? Look at QCOM. Whoa, hold on a second. That one's gonna be on the watch. Manny and Atlas, both of you guys above 188 on QCOM. I'm setting alerts on this thing. Yeah, dude, that thing actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, getting ready to launch.
Is Bitcoin moving into the dumpster?
Did you guys see what JP Morgan said about Coke today?
No,
So, like, I laughed at it because it's funny. So they're basically saying that KO is gonna have more growth, right, and revenue with higher prices, but then they're calling the lockdown in Europe. So it's like, am I a joke to you? Like, pick a side, buddy.
So they're saying that Coca-Cola is going to have more growth. But here's the thing, though. It's not so there's two ways to have growth, right? Revenue growth, particularly. You have revenue growth through price increases, right? Where it shows you margin accretion, because your cost stays the same. Okay, so your cost stays the same, the margin increases because your revenue increases because your price increases. Right? It all makes sense. Or you sell IP on
Garrett, and the live stream link when we can.
Got it. And real quick, after you get done with that, I'm just gonna really quickly go over my levels again. But go ahead.
see this one there.
Question on revenue.
Okay, for those of you guys just joining us, I just want to reiterate, because I know some of you guys are bathed in the toxicity that is Apple right now. That position at the moment, I have pointed out this morning that if you take a look at the RSI, you'll notice that it is overbought on each and every time frame, and it has hit the concurrent mark where it tends to reject. Once we hit this mark on the RSI, you can usually start looking for a considerable pullback. I'm looking for Apple to still pull back It has a gap. I don't expect this pullback to happen immediately unless the entire market loses, because we have some pretty strong gap ups and Apple's included in that. So Apple, I have, and this is concurrent with what Rolly has at the moment. Apple above its pre-market highs, 184.60 is his level. I'm looking at the 180 or 184, 184.60. I was expecting and anticipating a push to 185 if that happens. And I will take advantage of weeklies. Above pre-market highs, I will trade a small position, smaller than the one that I entered to the downside, in order to make sure that I'm hedging myself. And once I decide that I see weakness, yes, will likely maybe not even double down, but I will enter an average up. Now, taking a bet right now, if you just want to hedge yourself and get into a position where you can hold on to what you already have and see what happens from there, that's not a terrible idea as well. But that this is a losing position, I'm not going to run from it. It is what it is. I'm going to have to figure out and navigate how to get out from underneath it, and you guys are going to have to watch this live. So I made that sound like a torture. You guys are going to have to watch this live.
No,
But
it's a good experience.
yeah, so I mean, it is. Yeah, so I'm gonna watch this one from both sides. If it loses its gap and continues below 179, you best believe I'm gonna. Mm.
Yeah. All right, so let's be patient today, guys. Look at how the indices are. Remember, we don't take bounces. The indices are setting off. They're all setting off into the open. Be patient today. Don't ape into anything. Tesla sub 1,000 is gonna. All right, Apple's already gonna start.
Coca-Cola pushing.
Coca-Cola.
Jesus, why did I put alerts into my Apple iPhone Watch?
Oh, it things just like ringing,
Yeah.
vibrating.
Yeah, I know. All right, Apple's losing right now. All right, I am watching QCOM above 189. Hold on one second.
All right, some patience, guys. Some patience. AMU is trying to go, but it did not pull back to our bounce level.
Ooh, firm with a sharp spike down right there. Watch for a bounce at 111.75 here.
Apple wants it. I just filled into Apple into that bounce. I'm in light. I'm not heavy on it.
I'm gonna enter with these guys once it breaks above highs.
Watch that 182 break. It's gonna be the.
Right now, sorry, I'm taking a 180 strike this week. QCOM, lighter position. Trying to get filled right now. Shit, fill me.
Order filled.
Thank you. All right, that's a starter position there.
Apple looks to be all over the place. Careful.
190 is the target here for we're watching 189. Stop loss right now is back underneath 187.75. QCOM 190 strikes. Still okay.
AMU is going, but it didn't hit my bounce level.
I'm cheering for you guys, but also hoping Apple goes down. Okay, Apple is going for its gap now, I think at 180.50. Once it gets there, sellers might take it, but QCOM 188.88 here. You said Tesla? Is Tesla finally bouncing?
My stop loss on Apple is the 180 break. The 180. I'm in 180 cons, and they're just going crazy. Like they don't even lose value. There we go. Is this pin bar gonna hold? That 180.50 bounce was nice.
All right, QCOM 189. 20% on those, 23% on those contracts there. If you're in heavy or anything like that.
Shit, SPY is getting smacked, so we gotta be careful with Apple.
All right, same thing with QCOM here. If SPY's getting smacked, don't okay, slight retest right now. 469.50 bounce on SPY. Watch that.
Size on Apple, guys. Just want to make sure everybody's aware. If you have size getting smacked, stop the pain.
Maybe.
How many size? I can let this run to 180.
Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. Dude, did anybody take that Tesla put? That YOLO Tesla put?
Yeah, that shit's going nuts.
Holy shit.
Apple wants to do it right here. Setting pressure, slowing down. Let's see if we can hit that 182 mark.
Same thing. QCOM holding up right now, 160.88. Still up on this one, still green.
Apple wants to go right here. It's trying to Wickfield that 3 minute.
Upstart alert here. I know you guys were asking me about Upstart. Upstart is now moving into its gap to the downside. Do you guys remember we have a gap on Upstart to the downside? We talked about the first target on that gap at the loss of 156 even. Or she, yeah, 156 even. That level is 151. So watch that. We're at 189. We just spiked up to 189.68 on QCOM. So if you guys want to take a position or take an opportunity to take profit, you can do that as well.
Club 180, guys. If it doesn't bounce, stomp out.
It's, yeah, agreed. Let it tap 179.93. Oracle pulling back. Guys, QCOM, I feel, all right, I feel a little bit of pressure here on QCOM. Trim out if you're heavy. Trim out if you're heavy. Take some exposure off. You're green now. Take some off. Hold on, I'm doing this now.
The 180.50 level on Apple is trying to literally hold like a brick
Order
wall.
filled.
We
Alright.
keep getting dip buyers coming in there, even with SPY putting back. So this is some nice strength we're seeing now. Let's see if we can hold this.
Sorry if you guys are on TikTok or anything else. I just cannot look at the moment. I apologize. I do see a pullback on QCOM. Pullback is 188.25. Again, I just trimmed exposure on this, meaning that because
Holy
I was
shit, dude. Tesla's leading this fall. That's for sure. Can't nobody tell me no.
dude. Watch Tesla to 985. Do you guys remember that gap fill starts on Tesla? It starts at, oh dude, if this thing loses 975, it's over. No more crying.
Apple did just keeps getting bought up, guys. I'm
Yep.
still in. Look at that tweezer bottom that's forming right now.
Beautiful. Yeah, QCOM's going for the wick fill here, 189.65. Still in Apple call, or excuse me, QCOM.
This is the craziest trade I've been in. I haven't even gotten near my stop loss like percentage. This is crazy. Come on, Spy. Get bought up. I just like Tesla found the bottom so far.
Yep.
New 3 minute for Apple.
Oh
This
my
is
god.
what is this? Oh, this is
Yo, Amazon looks like death.
oh, it's probably leading the fall as well. Apple's going down again. Are we gonna hold this level and go for 180?
Microsoft's moving to the upside as well, everybody. Watch Microsoft above that 143 mark. Apple is pulling back. There's QCOM. QCOM 189. I know you guys probably a little bummed we had to trim out a little bit, but I just really did not like that setup for continuation because right now you can see that even on the 5-minute chart here, you're declining in volume. So you did just hit about 20 cents from my price target. Yes, I'm sorry, guys. Why can't it just auto admit people into the... Oh, now I hear myself. Will you mute yourself, Carl? Actually, I can do it. I heard myself. That's scary. All right.
Here's the craziest price action I have witnessed that long. The dips and then it gets eaten alive. Like you can't go short because you get stumped out. You can't go long because you get stumped out. Oh man, I love trading. We got Snow just trying to go. Oh, Snow.
QCOM. Woo! Let's go. Motherfucker. Sorry. I'm taking out my toxicity from Apple onto QCOM. Holy shit, bro. Go look at QCOM. Go look at QCOM, baby. Let's go. 56%. 56%. And I feel better because I trimmed it. Yeah. If you guys have any more contracts or you're in anything on that one outside of the money, especially, go ahead and take a little bit of profit off the table. That was really good. Move to the upside. I like that one a lot. Apple's actually holding up pretty cool.
Yeah, this is nuts. This folding that we're having right now. Apple's holding that level, that 180.30 level. So let's see, like I said, 180 is my final price to stomp out. If we lose those bids, I'm completely out.
Guys, I like profit taking right here on QCOM now. If you have runners trimming right now,
Order rejected.
why? Tell me
Order
why.
rejected.
Tell me why. Now.
Order filled.
That's right. Damn it. I lost a few bucks on that one. Oh well. I didn't I just lost money. I didn't lose money. I just oh wait. Ooh. QCOM.
You didn't get the bill.
I didn't, but damn, look at Microsoft. Might be a 5-minute double top. Watch this one to lose 3. Ooh. Say so. Nice 40% there on QCOM. So if you guys again,
That stop loss is approaching for Apple. That 180 break, I'm stomping out.
180 break. He said break. All right.
Dip just keeps getting bought up, but SPY just keeps dipping. Like that.
If anybody swung, I'm not sure if anybody even heard me. There was like not a lot of people. I do have and I just want to ask because I want to make sure if you have Roku puts, shorting Manny's dog's life, we're at 80%. And I'm probably out now. So,
Wow, big bid.
Order
Wow, big
filled.
bids on Apple just got flushed. That was a sick bid, dude.
all right, watch the bounce
A
here.
60,000 share bid. Oh, what?
Big.
When I came down, oof. I like a bounce on Apple at 179.50 if you lose that level that you're at now. Watch QCOM
Yeah,
or it
that's
can.
what I bounced here.
Is it okay? Cool. QCOM guys, we've gotten 2 extremely bullish 5-minute candles here. If you're in QCOM, is anybody in QCOM? Let me just ask that. Is anybody hello? Hi, 577 people staring at the back of my head. What's up? Sorry. QCOM. All right, we got some QCOM winners here. Cool. Same wink kind of the pivot video, but
Maybe if we're gonna bounce this story, it's gonna be.
Yeah, I know. I'm watching. I'm watching the tape on it. Again, just dips keep getting bought up.
Are you watching Apple? Or are you watching S&P? On the
Well, I just added some more sites.
okay. QCOM. Are you guys out of QCOM? Do you have any runners on QCOM? What are you guys dealing with right now? So I'm looking at QCOM now, and I'm considering the 195s, but the rest of the market is waning, and it's kind of making me a little worried. But I'm gonna go ahead. I think I'm gonna grab those 195s for this week, and I'm not going with the same position size as I did before. So please keep that in mind when entering this. I'm gonna wait for this candle to close. But anyway, if you guys held QCOM or if you're in QCOM, that's over a 50% play. And right now, I don't want to say its name, and I also know that, of course, I know, guys. There's, sometimes we're all not going to agree. We always love each other, so like it doesn't, it's just a part of it. Rolly said it perfectly. We both could end up being right. So Apple could bounce and move to the upside and still give us a good gain and still fall with the rest of the economic data coming in for the rest of the week. So I just held and got out at 191. So UTP contracts quickly, so maybe solventless, consider a little more size. If you got quicker fingers, maybe not like a trip. No, I'm not saying like double, triple down, but maybe just a little more size. You got a 101. Watch QCOM. It's got a 101 bounce there, but I wouldn't take it above until 103.85.
Where's Tim Cook holding the bids? Just kidding.
Little Timmy himself.
Little Timmy there sitting on the bids.
He's a bad here, Vinny.
Everybody's screaming Facebook at me, so it must be moving. Oh yeah, it is. Holy shit! Right up to my price target, which is 338.22. Watch for the rejects.
Just not getting the price action I want. I'll probably reverse non go up.
Uh,
Bro,
What's going on with Facebook?
It's holding, dude, so well, but yeah, I understand your concern. The point of control is at one. It's only 50 cents below where you're at.
Yeah, market's recovering.
Yeah.
Apple's gonna recover. Oh man, I'm just kidding. All right, wow, Facebook, jeez, let's
Yeah.
try to catch some dips on Facebook.
I'm watching it right now. I want to see a rejection. I see 340 today, easy. But if we could get a pullback here, that'd be kind of nice because then we can enter for a scalp. Right now, it's just ripping face. Oh my God, look at the 1 minute. Ugh. Does Rivian look like an invert? Oh my God, that stock. Yes, it does though. As much as I hate it. Yes, it does.
Facebook moving nice. Let's watch for those dips.
Dude, what dips? Have you seen the 1 minute? There's no.
Yeah, but don't worry, it's gonna come down.
They call Mark.
Oh jeez, Facebook.
Yo, Apple puts are fucking. Yep. Oh my God, dude. I'm blown away right now by Facebook. Yo, 340. Sorry.
Just gotta be news at least.
I mean, technicals look great on it too, because I mean, like, this is actually, we fucking talked about this, literally.
That's why I'm like,
Yeah, that's sketchy. I see 340, maybe 345 today.
Oh, Facebook pulled back, bro.
I know. What the
Damn, nobody wants to take profits on this. That's bad, though. Dumb for this.
it's already made a whole day's move.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Come on, Facebook. Come on. Come on. Yo, if Apple V-shapes, I'm gonna be so pissed. You guys have no idea.
No, I am not green on my Apple put.
Please. All right, Facebook, come on. Yes. No, a little more. 238, dude. Come on. It's not that hard.
No, it's not. Dude. This is fat guapo moving this thing fast. FOMO's gonna sink in. 340 will hit. Nuts. Oh my God. My calls on NVIDIA paying off that bounce. Yo, this move on Facebook is fucking insane. 345 is still 345.75 was a target I gave last night. I'm watching for a bounce on QCOM. QCOM could be a good play, Manny.
Yeah, I'm actually watching that as well. I was just setting the contracts. Watch it into VWAP.
All right, good bounce on Apple there.
Facebook with the 338 bounce. Nice.
No,
Very nice.
guys, I have not dropped my Apple position. No, I have not. So, oh, Affirm. Affirm is giving me a. Okay. Okay. All right, hold on. Slow down. Let's talk about this. Okay. Affirm.
Really, Apple, now you got that break from the market. You're
Yep.
kidding me. It's
Yep.
so useless.
All right. Guys, I am looking at Affirm. Hold on one second. Oh, come on, stop moving. Don't move. Stop it. Stop. Ooh, why are those so expensive and why is the spread disgusting? All right, I'm a moonwalk away from that one. We're good on that. I'm good. I'll stick to watching QCOM back above 190.60. You said PayPal? That's a really, really bullish wick there. I would watch PayPal to, for a 190 retest here pretty quickly. You got a point of control 190, 140. Hello.
Facebook's still putting back.
Buyers stepping up on NVIDIA. Guys, I don't like the contracts on Affirm. I'm gonna stay away. UVXY new high a day. This is confusing. What is going on? What about
I know things bullish because what's you need to be paying a person payments on what's which eventually I'm sure you'll be able to move crypto through WhatsApp. So
I don't like the declining volume on QCOM, Garrett. That's the only thing I don't like.
but it's declining volume on a pullback. That's good. I want to bounce right here. Watch this one back above 190. But you're right. I mean, if it doesn't pick up anything, but I want the volume to spike back up on a bounce here.
Whoops.
Rejected.
Okay.
Rejected. That guy sounds like Batman's brother. Where is she? Where's the bid? Order filled. Hey,
exit on Amazon.
dude, Amazon looks like crackhead energy, dude.
I know. I was in there. I didn't want to signal because it was super risky, and I was like, I got in and it was red for a bit. And
Yo, there's a yeah. Look at
I'm so pissed off right now.
watch AMD. We just got 936. We just got flow for a 140 strike. That's not that far away, y'all. 140 is like 50 cents away on AMD, and it honestly already spiked. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'll watch it. This could be a bull trap on Apple though. It's supposed to bounce off that already.
So you know what I think the market and held Apple and Amazon.
Yeah. Let's see if Facebook shows continuation. I'm not watching QCOM no more.
You don't like that price action, bro? It's so fun. It's the
It's
best.
the VWAP and the 5 EMA. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
And also on the hourly, it's giving up most of its gains.
I'm out. That was a good play. I completely TP'd on that one.
My orders. You come to 187.50 and consolidates. I'll take the longer better after consolidation.
Well, right now, if it loses, so my rule of thumb here, opening candle here, if the 15-minute candle closes here at 188, it'll be a 50% loss of that initial spike up. And unfortunately, I only see 188, 189, 765 as a bounce level below us. But unfortunately, that would lead us closer to a gap than anything else, and that gap can potentially get filled. So it's a little discouraging to see, because if you look at the hourly wick, which closes in 8 minutes, it's from 191 all the way from 186. I think the move might be done, at least for now, until we can move up. No more flow coming in on that one, but hold on one second. Oh yeah, no flow coming in, period. What about the scalp bot? What is the scalpy boy doing? All right, have patience, everyone. Have patience. We're chilling. Just trading, guys. Apple breakout, confused. Plug.
There's a Facebook pullback. Watch Amazon and Apple to pull back here.
I want to see if I can grab a little entry into Facebook, into VWAP.
So in reference for those of you on TikTok, if I'm watching or if you see a bunch of different tickers, yes, I'm either watching them, I'm in them, or I'm watching them for somebody else. So the reason that I have all these screens is because I have more. I'm watching more than just what I would be looking for. So, wow, Nvidia, dude, everything looks really weak right now. I don't know, guys. I would recommend if your stock isn't making new highs right now or moving to the upside, I would just I put a break in between the trigger, so just give it a second. Farm stocks, new high of day. Oh my God, Pfizer. Somebody asked me about plug. And I think I gave you guys the level here to the downside. That was 3250. You've tapped that. Huh? Dude,
I want to know why though.
listen. Okay, so the SEC investigating is one. Okay, that's one. Two, Tesla. I saw more articles about Elon selling his shares. And I really think on a technical basis that people want to get this thing to its gap, and its gap is fucking huge. At least in terms of profits. That thing closes at 910. 910. So I feel a bounce incoming relatively soon, like right now, on Tesla, but I we'll see what happens. But you're right, the pressure on this thing is ouchy. Well, be
The SEC.
I didn't know that SEC was the Home Builders Association.
He's been investigating and nothing happens.
Oh, nice. And I grabbed some contracts off of Facebook into all those dips that it formed. Hopefully it recovers here. I'm trying to see if the Qs show some strength.
Donnie Durger staying broke, making fun of people. Was that Umar back in my live? Shouldn't you be trading? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. 330.
Dow is just going ham, dude. The Dow was, I mean, it wasn't even a nice short, if, assuming you would have shorted it because it wasn't even worth it. It just died. I
Facebook.
wonder what caused this pullback today.
Hey, Manny, 338.35, right here on Meta.
38, 30. Oh, yeah, I'm already in there. Come on, pump it for me. Pump it, pump a door.
Pumpledore. Wow, pumpernickel.
Come on, let's go, Metaverse.
You can't.
Do you on Trade Station is still Facebook?
That's hilarious.
It's FB here, but it's a meta platform.
You guys are.
Engulf that previous 5 and go for heaven day.
I'm not in anything, guys. I am watching Apple still since it's gap filled here. You guys can take it up if you see up. I'm waiting. Yo, there goes PayPal. Watch PayPal. Watch 190-150 today on PayPal. That's the zone I see above it. So I'm gonna explain something right now. I'm light in what I'm not. I took QCOM, I'm green. Because I was red on the Apple trade and still am red on the Apple trade, right now all of my focus is trying to navigate. So right now I'm looking at 181.25 as an entry to the upside, and that is obviously a hedge. Okay, so I am going to be hedging myself with shorter expiration calls in order to get out from underneath this trade if it does not fall. Again, I don't see Apple running through the economic data that we have going into this week, but I've been wrong, so I will watch it. So Microsoft rejected 338.35, or not even. Yeah, no, 338.35. Pfizer's making a new high of day.
Come on, Zuckerberg, you can do it.
Come on, Apple, I've got a family.
Put your back to it, Zuckerberg.
Kid, that verse. Gates and Zuckerbergs can effing suck it.
Yeah, that was one of the funniest parts of the song. Oh, by the dip.
I don't play pharmaceutical stocks, including Myrna. I know you guys are like, this one has a gap. mRNA has a gap to 272.
Two. Yes. You got it. I forgot to signal that today.
Yeah, that would have been that actually would have been a good play. I might have taken that one for a scalp.
Black turns underweight. European government bonds says yields will head higher versus other market pricing, pointing to no substantive change in monetary policy for several years. Stock's still up.
Is that what that means?
That's exactly what it means. No one knows what it means. It's provocative. No, it's not. Facebook is going.
Just saying, thank you guys. Posted in gains. Awesome. Carrie, I love it, man. You've been on a really awesome streak. I love it, man. I love it. There's Meta. There's Facebook. All right, so all right, I'm watching. Option order filled. Shut up.
Mark, please, I have a family. Yeah.
I don't think he cares about your family. Yo, Amazon is now pulling back. Keep an eye on everything. I still think if they did blow dart vaccinations, that we would have a way. But I'm just saying we would have way higher vaccination rates. Come on, hear me out. All right, you go to a course. There's fun. There's lights. There's games, food, and all of a sudden you get hit with a blow dart. You're vaccinated.
I would actually love to be
I'd be the one that blow darts you.
You would be that too.
I'm not. Or against vaccination. I'm neutral. Just letting you know.
I would say I could have had a bit more patience on Apple today. I really could have, but I didn't, and it's okay. But I could have had a bit more patience. I would have came out of the trade really green.
There goes Facebook. Watch Facebook for Hive Day.
Because I kept buying every day. I was like, stop dipping.
I'm about to.
Well, look at Apple, dude. I'm never gonna trick that thing again.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Tomorrow or like.
I may end up taking this hedge to the upside. I may start legging into Apple. So it's at a really pivotal. There goes Facebook, Manny, if you're still in. But it's at a pretty crucial. But I'm gonna start legging into Apple weeklies upside. Right here. Hold on a second.
Oh, there goes Facebook. Come on, that 340 break is gonna be sick.
345, dude. I still see it incoming.
Yeah, that's my strike. So if it goes there, I will go pick it up.
Let's go. All right, Apple rejecting slightly.
Yeah, and then the Qs are putting back, so that's just messing with Facebook.
Nvidia just lost a key level, 197.50 now. You're likely to see 195. I'm simply sticking with what I got right now, guys. I'm sorry I'm boring right now, but
Yeah, we should have that chart.
are people playing GoPro? I remember getting free stock of GoPro.
Oh yeah, me too.
So that shit immediately.
Phonetic. That's why we're gonna wait, brother. I've had that happen to me too. I've lost both ways before. That was a learning experience for me while I was teaching myself how to hedge. Oh man, trust me.
Yeah, IB is coming down on these Facebook contracts way too aggressively.
I don't like that rejection there, Manny. I don't like anything. Everything's getting heavy. Be careful on there. That one, Manny.
Yeah. What happened to Harley Davidson? They had some good news.
Dude,
Yeah, big.
Okay, so here's what I found on Harley Davidson. If it stops going down, buy it. That's 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 the analysis. There you go. Because every dude that was a great bounce. 337, 337.35. All right, let's look at Roku then.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck?
It already had a supply zone tap. I already TP'd my puts.
Sir, and Circum 92. This is Harley Davidson electric vehicle division will go public via SPAC. So did they buy a company or are they selling an electric vehicle company via spinoff? Because it sounds like they're selling an electric vehicle company via spinoff, which means that Harley Davidson is going to make money off of it.
Oh my god.
Hey, if you're
Yeah, exactly.
if you're PFP with me, they're 35%. I'm sure. I mean, I'm only giving one runner.
Pfizer, good job. Nice. Guys, there is little gaps to fill more on Roku. I could see more downside with that thing. We'll see what happens here.
This dude just owns my dog, man.
Just want to short your dog. What if I use it to buy him dog treats? If I use him to,
Wow, bro, look at it. God damn it. I'm gonna keep fumbling on it today. But yeah, I should have had more patience with Apple today. Look at that V shape.
yeah, I'm actually going with I'm looking at the 185 strike right now.
With
But
100%, I'm very good.
I really don't want to take a position at all at the moment, to be honest with you guys, because Apple has now, it is 10 o'clock, and Apple has stayed, has only bounced. It really does.
Shit, Facebook.
What? Yeah, beautiful bounce. Go for high of day.
Please hear him.
Now. Or I'm gonna
Zuckerberg, please.
tell your mom, Zuck. I bet you still have a curfew and a bedtime.
Visa is launching.
Visa. Got it. Okay, that's
All you heard was Visa. Got it.
all in.
Okay, not moving. I'm still not buying. Keep it on.
It's filled a gap. Target above 220. 219.50 is a supply zone. There's Facebook.
Oh my
There goes
goodness,
Facebook.
Please, I have a family and a meeting I have to get to.
You'd want a crypto credit card. Okay, you would.
You would. You do. You want one.
Yeah.
You might
Yeah,
even
yeah.
have one. You might have one. Look in your pocket. There it is. Why would you want to open up a Bitcoin ATM? That's my question.
I've seen those. I would never.
I just look at them. I'm like, why? What do you? This is the crypto, like digital, so we don't have.
Oh my God, Facebook, please, you're feeding my family today.
Let's go. No boo on Manny.
Straight up. People can go to another sushi spot.
I don't even know what Nobu serves.
But it's reasonable here.
Budget. Taxes.
Send it, Zuckerberg. Send that height of day.
Yo, Facebook. Okay, Apple. Yeah, Apple. Hey guys, do the thing with Apple. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Hold on one second. Legging into I got 185s up. I'm gonna just scale into one right now. Hold on, I haven't pulled the trigger. It's up against this. The volume is okay. 181. Facebook's moving up. Oh my God, Nadeem. Your family, dude.
Zuckerberg, please, man.
4070s.
Oh,
Yo,
it's going on Facebook. Right?
there goes 340. If you guys got that one on Meta. 341.
Come on. A little more Facebook and you're gonna fill my limit order. Come on.
If you guys got that with Manny, awesome. I'm super stoked. The level is coming up right here. 341.50. If you can break 341 here. Nope, I did not. It fell hard enough for me to just probably average down on that one.
Remember, guys, if you want to play the 340 breakout, just buy dips into it, okay?
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do that now with Apple. Upside, small position.
Order filled.
Apple right there. Nice. Some people didn't cut with you on TikTok, and they're in the green now.
For real? You guys are menaces to society. I love you all. Come so I can meet you all.
His address is. No, I'm just kidding. Come meet him.
Crazy, man. You get a piece of your hand so I can build my.
I need hand reconstruction. So at this point, guys, my stop loss for the call, right, which won't be bad, but if the market falls, I'm looking at SPY right now, and I'm not liking this at all for continuation. I do think that SPY could fall to 467.50 here, but we'll see.
Wow, Facebook dips just nicely getting brought up. I hope that's you guys filling in.
Tesla just rejected really, really hard. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Watch Tesla below that 976. Looks like it's gotten more lows incoming. There's a retest of highs on Facebook, 339 retest. It looks like you 340.66.
Broke that pivot point of 339.04, right, with a lot of volume. So that was really nice. Like we can obviously see some continuation into the 341s, 342s. Every dip on the tape is just getting brought up. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
All right, everybody, keep your eyes peeled at 345 calls for Microsoft over 343. Keep your eyes peeled on that. That's what I'm peel them. Potato peel your eyes right now. Go. All right.
God, I could have executed Apple so much better, man. I'm not gonna let this go.
That's okay, man. You're in Facebook, and you got a great play on that one, dude. That's all right. We can't be perfect.
This I have to be perfect. Just kidding.
Yeah, good signals coming from everybody so far this morning. So Microsoft. All right, here we go. Look at Microsoft, Manny. There's
Facebook.
Yep. 341.50. That's my target. Microsoft.
Facebook at the next tick up. You said Microsoft?
Yeah, I'm watching it. Nice curl. The only thing I'm worried about is
it just broke its ATR. It's going.
Yeah.
HMA is at 344.
I'm looking at the 350s for small accounts, and at the money probably just the 345s here. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and 345 it now.
It's all out of Facebook. Sick trade today on Facebook. Oh, my limit order just hit, and whoever's in, congrats. I was some nice patience. I think this trade
Order
was like a
filled.
40 or 50% gain.
Order filled.
You just sell?
What? No, I just got into Microsoft. I just got the 345 strike and 350 strike.
I was like, damn, man.
Those 350s will be my runners.
Yo, I can't even front to you, dude. I don't know what's going on lately. So anytime I'm in a red trade, I seem to jump out of it very easily. But it's pissing me off a lot.
Oh, I see.
And I'm gonna stop trading the open most likely.
The open right now though is kind
You
of
can't do
peeled.
that. Wait.
Well,
Don't do that to me.
hey,
No, is the only issue. I know, Justin, but the thing is that like I feel like the open has just been so sketchy, and it's just been getting me trapped in bounces that end up V-shaping. And I've went through this patch before. Like look at Apple. I could have literally made over $1,000 on Apple just how I held, and then I would have taken Facebook. That would have been a sick day.
real quick. So the first pre-market 343.75, that's where we're going to keep our eyes peeled on Microsoft here. If we end up getting a rejection, right now my stop is going to be the previous breakout level below 342.75.
But yeah, I've noticed, guys. So like I said, I really keep a lot of like my data and my trading and how it affects me. How certain thing affects my trading. And for example, I went through this little patch that Atlas and Gary can tell you. Anytime I would make money from my business, I cannot trade. I would just lose a heavy amount of money trading, and I'd be like, "What the hell is happening to me?" So I got over it. But something I'm noticing now is that the bounces of the open have been getting rug pulled on the bids, and then this has caused me to stomp out. And then at the end, the stock ends up V-shaping. So even if I have to wait, 10 or 15 minutes, it is what it is. Like Facebook today, we didn't play into that breakout. We just bought the dip, and then we just held through that height of day that came. But I will probably just have to do that because I don't want like this is I just want to say this is takes a lot of like mental energy. Yo, hold on, I gotta show you something.
All
Are you
right.
gonna stop really, dude? This guy was like humping my leg and he just stops.
Yo, Microsoft going for that pre-market high 347 or 343. Yeah, no, I was adjusting my seat. Spruce, I do have a few. Yeah, why? What's up? Are you still in? I almost just typed in Spruce in my charts. Yeah, what?
You ever seen this meme?
Why are you running? No, I
Have you
haven't.
ever heard that video, dude?
I think I have, but I don't really remember.
It's hilarious, bro.
What do you think of the rejection on Apple? That's 3 taps of this 182. Guys, I'm heavier in puts than I am in anything else. So, Apple below 180.60 is where I would start looking at it potentially continuing to fall. Yeah, so right now, playing two things that should probably be falling together. So Microsoft's going up, Apple's going down. Microsoft is literally slap at the level that I gave you guys. If you want to trim, it's only 6% at the moment, so it's not like a super great play at the moment, but it's just the entry, hopefully, of what could be a push up into the 345s. But we'll see what happens here. Microsoft. Where's your previous rejection point? Okay, 344 and so 344 even. That may be the first place, a good, decent place to TP there. So I am seeing weakness in these candles. So it is 10:17 by 10:30. If we haven't, if your stock hasn't made a new high, consider not trading it and just watching it.
Agreed. And I can add it to the whole because I just saw I guess some of you guys are having problems. You open red and then you recover very nicely. Another factor on why let's say in general if you open green but you cut the trade very quickly, it's it's sort of like when you're red and you recover and you break even, You don't want to break even on the day. You want to make some extra money to not, just break even. So when this does happen, you end up holding onto the trade and letting the trade work out a bit longer. And this is something that again I have noticed with myself. So to avoid this, really, my main thing that I can say, if you're struggling holding a trade longer, just don't look at your P&L. Memorize where you got filled so you can see the contract price, right? Forget the quantity. If you got filled at 345 on Facebook, then that's where you know that if the bids are at 30, you're down on it, right? So
Paul Wexler.
try to focus more on the price action. And that's what I literally was doing, at least with that Facebook trade. And again, it's just continuously learning about how you work when you're under pressure. I noticed that I literally took my eyes off my P&L and I was just looking at the level 2 on it. Anytime Facebook was dipping, they would lose strength. Buyers just kept coming in. Even with the Qs coming down, Facebook was still getting bought up every day. So all it did is once we made a high today, it was imminent that we were going to make another high today, but we were going to get some profit taking. That's why I said don't fill now into the 340 break, buy the dip on it. And that was a pretty decent move into, what was that? 341, a dollar move on Facebook, a high beta like that. You could have made some really, really nice, decent money. Took that. He would have still.
Robot Manny. Man, he's a robot.
Oh, dude, my computer.
It's about to blow up. We can't hear you anymore.
Yeah.
Guys, 5 seconds left. Or five. Yeah, five. We're about to open a new 5-minute candle here. I want you guys to watch out. Yeah. Okay. So we are going to pull back here on Microsoft. Apple also doing the same thing. Rejection of 182.15. So on Microsoft, right now I'm watching it below 342.60. Where I'll likely cut the upside position. I'm hanging on to everything I got, guys. Cryptos are tanking. Oh god, I love it. Die. I'm about to clip toes on cryptos. Let's go. That sounded gross. All right. Let's see. 342.50. All right, those are down 10%, and I'm totally okay with cutting Microsoft right now to the upside. I got my finger on the trigger to sell Microsoft. PayPal did not hold up. Are you serious? Roku ate your cable? Oh my god. No fucking way. That's crazy. Your dog, dude, is a computer terrorist. Roku said stop trading now. All right, Microsoft, guys, if you're in those downside positions, this is where I'm going to really start trying to make a definitive decision on whether I'm going to add. And I'm telling you right now that below 179, even is absolutely where I will add to Apple to the downside. So just, and if you guys don't recall, or if you guys, we actually do have tiny little micro gap. Yeah, 180, that psychological number. Disney is losing 151. I wonder what Starbucks is doing. I thought that might make a good play.
Yo, the Roku deadass ate the camera USB, dude.
What the? Oh, so your mic was coming through your camera.
No. What happened was that, so it's like a little ports, right? Because it's a bunch of USBs that I have. So since like that thing kept shutting on and off, like it was just driving my computer crazy. Damn, Nick, do you happen to have another one? Yeah, bro, I'll buy it from you though, please, man. No, come on, bro.
He won't like
Damn,
you.
this dog, bro. This dog is so rabid, bro. Look at this. I'm gonna show you guys. This dog is crazy.
When I imagine Meat Barn Dude, like obviously not his name, but like that's a whole different vision. But like when I imagine he's in a room, like a throne room full of computer parts, like all of the finest, like it's GPUs, CPU, like he's like surrounded by like just computer parts. He's probably got like a little monocle that he pulls over like to look like really closely at stuff. I just imagine a barn. Yeah, probably. All right. So if you guys are in Microsoft or you're in anything to the downside, upside, what have you, the Microsoft play right now is still holding 342. We're still okay on that. But again, I want to mention to you guys that watch Tesla really quick too. But I also want to mention to you guys that my bet is down. So I'm more willing to cut the call and just continue to play the downside. So the reason, and again, I just want to make sure everybody's
Wow, dude.
what?
Apple's just fucking flushing. Wow.
Yeah. So I personally see.
Did you reload?
I have not averaged up. No, I'm waiting for the break of 180 just to be certain because I don't want to double
Oh,
down.
that was sick, bro. Seriously, I'm so thankful I took profits and everything. Wow.
Look at my hands.
Way to like trap everybody.
Yeah, I feel better
Like, I
about.
feel a lot better of Apple now.
All right.
But still, I'm not happy with how I executed this trade.
All right, I lost $50 on Microsoft. I'm closing out this contract, but I'm still in downside. So
Order filled.
yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, dude. Sometimes I do that. I'm sorry. I'm not bipolar though. I promise. I've never been diagnosed. But it's not really bipolar. I just don't really call it bias to anything. I'm able to play both sides of the coin.
I think that bipolar is probably a good thing in the market. Not if you. All right.
Either way, dude. Like it's just not being biased. That's how I see it.
All right, you guys know what to do. Apple is now going back down. I was down of 80%. I'm down to 50% now. Let's see if we get our wish here on Apple if we're going to continue to flush through the day.
Oh yeah, Tesla, amazing flush. I think I saw Big Stepper was in that, dude. Like major congrats on that move. Actually crazy flush.
Dude, I still have Tesla puts.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, why wouldn't you have? Like, it's crazy. So I know I've shown you guys an uptrend, and again, I always say this: whatever we do to the upside, we do it to the downside. On an uptrend, when there is basically momentum, you're gonna see the 5 EMA. You're gonna see stocks bounce off the 5 and the 8. Look at Tesla, straight bouncing the 5, like sorry, rejecting in this case. Anytime it would come up, that was the sick trade.
Apples should move down to this mark, this 178.75 for the next bounce. Watch Apple. I am a bear. Where's my bear mask? Give me my bear mask.
Dude,
What?
that mask is so funny. What you got it?
I'm on. We're in here, baby. Let's go. This is bear country. I feel like my audio is really bad though now. All I can hear is myself. I put on the mask. Apple die! Rotten apples. Everybody post a rotten apple in the picture. Or in the chat. There. That's when I look at Apple, that's Tim Cook.
So I still don't know why did we set off so strong? My meeting's at 12, so I have time. We can keep shooting the shits. I promise I'll be for it. But why did we dip? Is there a specific reason?
None of this is right. No, I'm just kidding. Personally, dude, anytime things gap up like this and you have Amazon falling, Nvidia falling, like the S&P gapping up, and up against a major moving mark, all of these stocks rejected. And I think that it's an anticipation because like, how are you going to drive the stocks up, towards the beginning of what should be a pretty volatile week looking at economic data? There goes Disney. All right. If you guys were in Apple, 178, 80 retest right here, 177. Oh,
Dude, one set, it's just falling. Gary, look at that. Those bits are getting. I wish would have just. I wish would have just full sized right there up the top today. Look at that, bro. Oh my god. they're pulling the bid. It's just buy.
I can just feel my hands getting just solidifying,
Look at
crystallizing.
this, bro. 178.65, 14,965 shares filled on the bid. Oh, this guy is just a prima bear, bro.
I can't help it.
So imagine that dude filled there. He's gonna want it to drop all the way to 177.92. Look at that.
Whoa! Let's go!
You see a big seven on it's like that. Trust me.
I'm a
There's
bit.
gonna be continuation.
Get this fucking mask on. Let's go!
Now he's just covering.
Yeah, it's really hard to watch charts inside of this mask. You can
What are
only
you talking about?
yeah, we only have like the nose holes to look out of. It's kind of it's not a mask for traveling. Bears don't need charts. That's right. We all just short off of the feel. Feels good. Keep the mask on. You got some weird kink. I'm just kidding. Sorry. I'm just no. I can't see.
Oh, switch Slith. Is Slith on?
No, he's not on. He's just
He's just there.
go to the bodega. What makes you think that we have bodegas here?
All right.
This is the South, dude. I've got trading post. We're gonna go trade a bar, a Snickers bar for a used flannel or something. I'm just kidding. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
So-
there's Slith.
Why?
You know, Slith is here because he says, I sold my puts too early.
Here they're called Dollar General.
KURA, you're oncology announcing.
I got an MU alert.
results phase two study.
Weird. I have volume alert set on MU for no reason at all.
No,
Oh.
that's fine.
Oh my god, dude, this thing looks like hot boiling garbage.
AGIO Agios presents mid-Taplovat data.
I just want to walk away, dude, and come back to Apple at 170 even. Just share offering. Tim Cook has an infection, you know, an ear infection. I don't know, something. Give it to me.
ALO Allergene announcing.
The streak continues. I feel like it's about to end though. These last 2 days have been pretty wild.
467 on SPY. Watch for everything to cool off there. If not, if we flush that, I mean, I'm expecting Apple to like retest 180 again. I don't expect there. If this is a top, I'm looking at. Hold on, let me see. Look at the hourly candle here. Look at that. That is a dark cloud cover by definition, almost like by a cent. So right now, if Apple gets back down to my target of 177 and does not bounce, then I would consider this a top, and I could see Apple moving down to 175 before the end of the week. And I will stay bearish. I am a bear. I am the bear. We could see one more bounce on Microsoft, but oh, that grosses me out when people have stuff on their lips. At least it's not a monkey. I hate monkeys. It's because of Oprah. I don't like apes either, dude. I don't like small monkey. I'm telling you guys, I've never like. I'll look at a monkey in a zoo, but like the glass brings me nothing but just. I'm just so happy to be on the other side. I just don't. I can look at them, but like. I don't know. I don't even like to look at them for that long. Like I'll look at them, and just go look at the jellyfish. So. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know why, but primates of all different kinds terrify me, except for lemurs. Lemurs are freaking cool, but that's probably because I watch Zuma Boom or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh, wow, SPY just rapid flush. I said earlier, if SPY lost 470, I was gonna go decision making. level.
Well, I also have dynamically. There's a dynamic resistance. We're there now. We should bounce a little, but I really think SPY could get to 464.90 to the downside here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call that 465. Zaboomafum. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that lemur was sick, dude. But now they have the Crap Brothers. That's what they're called now. The Crap Brothers. They're pretty much purely digital. Yes, Tesla is down big. It's called active trading, not investing. Why can't it be both? Why can't I also be investing and trading? You all are crazy broke people that has to sell at any little dip. Dave, get the... Bye, Dave. You're never gonna have to be burdened with my live stream ever again. Watch this. I relieve you now of your burdens. Goodbye, Dave. How did they give the Rivian Truck of the Year 2020 and there hasn't been any deliveries yet? It's called Pumpers, baby. Pumpers.
You have to understand how market makers use these guys and what the market maker's role really is. And then you'll pretty much understand this is all a giant scam and you worry for people's 401ks.
Do I
And
see
then you
AMC?
realize they have to pay up because, it's a lawsuit. So
Do you guys remember
Yeah.
when I gave that AMC analysis? Do you guys know that I got a message from this guy who literally told me that I am what's wrong with the stock market. And I was like, dude, I told him that my price target on AMC was $20, maybe even as low as $17.
Listen, you should have told that guy you are most likely what's wrong with your relationship.
Oh, damn, that's skin, that's beyond, that's ouch. Going for internal organs. He was, well, that's the thing is most people who get upset with me, dude, the amount of I had borderline death threats. Not, it was like, it was like they were trying to say as threatening things as they could without crossing the line. But the DWAC thing, they were like, you must love, like, hate freedom. And I'm like, dude, it has nothing to do with that. Like, it's nothing to do with that. If what we believed in allowed, like, if that's what caused the stock to move up, then we, like Rolly says, we'd just be all sitting at home smoking on whatever smokables that we enjoy and kicking back, because we'd just be like, oh yeah, I love Rivian, and there you go, it's easy as pie. But the fact of the matter is retail creates the liquidity, and market makers slap people around in order to I mean, you have it all the time, guys. You see those news or buy the rumor, sell the news. Why do you think people say that? I learned that the hard way. Manny watched me learn that the hard way when I decided that me and AMD, I was just gonna stick with it, and it stuck me right in the mouth. But I think somebody asked me about Amazon this weekend. First of all, you lost 3,400. That was a key level for me. For Amazon, you haven't lost it completely. You're making a doji now, so you could bounce and retest, but watch for the 3,415 retest.
I want to go get ready for our meetings.
All right, go
Like,
lock.
guys,
Go.
I don't want to go, but I have to go.
I'll make you a mod for sure, Zebo. But ooh, Roku looks
Hey,
like.
take care, brother. Take
All right,
care, guys.
all right, man. Have a good one. So glad I joined the Discord group. It's much better than hearing those crazy people on TikTok. Thanks, man. SPY hasn't lost anything that's I would consider first of all, the SPY has to lose 466 in order for anything negative to happen, like seriously. And at this point, Apple still is in a place where, you know, inevitably could recover. So Plug, I think that Plug's at a good spot, but you know, personally, I could see it back down to $31, so maybe leave a runner on Plug. But that was a good long put. I don't have one. Full-time trader, part-time bouncer. Let's go. I'm definitely what's wrong with mine. If someone said your hair smells nice, would you tell HR? Well, I guess like I mean, I am HR and I would be very concerned. Yes. Thank you for that question. Oh god, I need to run away from TikTok. I'm just kidding. All right, I'm gonna give you guys 1 second. I have to step off. I do still have Microsoft. Yes, I could see Microsoft still bouncing. We're not out of the woods yet, but just give me 1 second, guys. The reason I could see Microsoft will make one more tiny little high. I'm still sticking to my guns here, but at the moment, the rejection is off of pre-market highs. And if we do end up making a new low of day, then I would consider a pullback. Only down 58 and 30% on Apple. I know, right? We're getting it. So I saw you, Kenneth. I'm sorry. I am a crazy person on TikTok. So um I haven't looked at John Murphy's TA book. Maybe send that to me. I'll take a look at it. Those of you on TikTok, the YouTube stream is live in the link in the bio. That way you guys can still look at the charts and hear anybody who hops on live. I gotta use the restroom right now. I'm gonna turn this off. Yeah, you guys are still getting used to the short hair. All right, I'll be right back. You know what? Before I go, because I know some people aren't going to come back. I want you guys to think about this. Start recording the times in which you lose money consistently, whether that be on your phone or anything else. Start marking that out. Also, something to watch is there is a falling wedge on Tesla. Watch Tesla above 970 for a retest of 975. So watch that one. It's just a little scalp play. It's oversold. I'll post the chart really, really quickly before I go. Oh, fuck. That's a screenshot.
SPGF stem, January 22.5 pullback. That's in Michael. SPGF.
Yeah, that is hot. All right. But I will say these can continue to the downside. Okay. Wedges do not always mean reversals if there isn't proper volume. Patterns are blown by lack of conviction. So just throwing that out there. Be back. All right. All right.
SGMA.
Come on, Kelly.
Breaker, and Golf Michael Alpha, and Senior A. Shares bolted at $16.91 on Sigmatron, Sandy Golf, Michael Alpha, and SPI. Canada has proposed aligning electric vehicle tax policy with that of the U.S. There were arguments over proposed U.S. credits for American vehicles. That's from Monday, though. VRKHU, Vertec acquisition shares opening at $10, priced at $10. That's Bravo Romeo Kilo Hotel Uniform VRKHU. IPO. Shares of Apple, AAPL turning positive. Now 179.55, or currently our price around $182. That's Apple, Ema, AAPL. PSLA, Tesla, IBB, leaderboard trims, Tesla to a half, Tango Sandy Lima Alpha, that's the business family trimming their Tesla, leaderboard trimming Tesla to half. That's Tango Sandy Lima Alpha, PSLA. Tesla shares also rose down $970. What that
Is that what I wanted to see? Oh my god. All right, back at it.
ERS, new strong buy under $10 from Zacks, Charlie Edgar Romeo Sandy.
All right, so there's that retest that I was talking about on Apple. Microsoft is at, or excuse me, Facebook curling up really nicely.
SGMA Sigmatron shares resuming trade after a circuit breaker halt at Sandy Bell, Michael Alpha, and PMA.
All right. Give me a minute here on Apple, guys, because here's the thing. This is a nice 15-minute doji, and if we really move back and hold 180, that definitely increases the chances of moving and continuing to the upside. Tesla is showing a lot of weakness right now. S&P currently has an hourly doji-ish. Let's go to 15. Retesting the previous zone. Oh, I just want to get out of Apple, but this is a part of it. You could just, I mean, if it was just worth, I mean, like some people just don't even want the stress, so they don't even wait, but
NEGG Tech holding spiking to the high 63 cents on heavy volume now. Central Alpha November Hotel, TA8. NEGG subsidiary received milestone order for 12 driverless street sweepers. That was reported earlier this morning. That's Tango Alpha November Hotel, TA8.
all right, here's that 180 retest. SPY's at a really critical level here. I'm looking at the daily right now because this whole ribbon indicator here doesn't lie. We lose it, downside. if we hold, that's a whole different story. So yeah, and I'm trying not to be biased here. I'm thinking about like if I was a buyer, right? If I'm looking at Apple, it's pulled. Look at this move right here. So maybe on a little bit of a wider scale, but you still have that spike up, that almost complete reversal, and then a almost 50% retracement, and then flat, and then you end up making a new high. So I'm not trying to, and we need to see definitive movement to the downside. Otherwise, we're just being biased, and we're going to end up getting caught. So I'm just taking this one, and I'm watching SPY right now. I'm watching the news. I'm about to okay, we got, pretty sure I thought I had Charlie reading out the news, but I'll refresh that page. All right, good job if you got in with big steppers, 20% there for him. Those of you guys in the Discord. Tesla is just pulled back to a bounce level. Oh, that's 5 minutes. Yeah, so if you were gonna reject or does anybody have any questions right now? Or anything like that? Watch this little gap here on Sigma. Shorts are gonna try and get aggressive and push that wick down and maybe catch a bounce off 1591. But I don't know what this news is. Let's see. That's why I love it. Or okay, they had earnings. All right, nice. Must have missed that, obviously. So look at that. Look at that resistance right there. Oof, AMC. It's man. I hope that the people that I advised about their AMC positions, I told them that if they lost, I think it was 34, that it was a good opportunity to take a put out to hedge yourself. So I hope those people did that so that way they can at least create some liquidity for themselves. Let's see there. Oh my God. Yo, DKNG, everybody is going to go for lows. I was just reading this news here. It looks like sports betting reporter tweets the Federal Horse Racing Integrity Safety Act could shutter between 25 to 50% of all racetracks in America. Um, he said during an industry conference. So I don't know if that could obviously have an effect. Roblox good for a put. I don't know. Microsoft's looking like hot dog water here. I'm going to set an alert right now at 342.61 since I'm turning away. You said Roblox because this could whipsaw. Tesla rejected. Tesla below this 965. If you continue to pressure, you might go for low of day, but you're still at a bounce level. SPY too. Nice job on Upstart, Big Stepper. Your local racetrack is shutting down because of that? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so Roblox for puts. Let's go look at the hourly. Oof, man. Wow. So you're pretty much there. So if you go, make sure you're using those horizontal rays. Drop that down on 111. Looks like 111.09, 111.10 basically. And of course, always consider a zone before you consider just a solid cent level. A lot of times, yes, it'll bounce at your cent, but a lot of times they're going to round that off. Um, hmm. So the one thing that I would say here on Roblox, and just to clean this chart up a little bit, and I see it, so it could happen, is if you go to the hourly time frame, it's kind of a stretch, but there is, if you did bounce and hold this level, there is the potential to curl back up with almost that inverse head and shoulders type energy, with that big spike down here to those 104s. But you are at supply underneath you, so I, I think 110 is where yeah. So Roblox, that's one of the things keeping me away, is the risk to reward on Roblox is not worth it for me. So. Hmm. Ooh, damn. Should have took NVIDIA puts this morning, y'all. Does anybody have NVIDIA puts? Maybe? That'd be sick. I would have taken those. It's like everything on JY watch list. Oh, you're. Did I close Apple puts? Why am I not thankful to him? Because he didn't do anything for me. It was the people that I met inside of his group. So, yeah, I'm thankful that I met the other people who helped me, not him. I could have just looked that information up for free on Google. Let's see here. This man is repeating the questions. 30, thirsty. Yeah, trading view. No, I have not closed them. I'm still holding what I got. SPY looks below 467.20 to maybe go for this retest at see where we at. 466.75. Plug is going, yeah, plug is going for the price target at the moment. This would make it damn, dude. We nailed plug 2 times. Poor Manny's gonna think I have something against him. All right, so this is a good place for Apple to pull back. Oh, I love it. Reject 180. If you reject 180 and we go for a new low day below 178 even, I will add to my downside position for the 177. So QQQ dumping. It's not surprising. Amazon's kind of sitting. I thought it would go for a retest, but not quite. Qs are going for low day. It's important to remember that Qs have a gap starting at 392 or 393, leading all the way down to 387.67. Jesus. So does SPY, but SPY is a little bit farther away. I could see SPY going for 465.50, but in the meantime, 466 is also a good place to consider. Ooh, I see red. My vision. Wow, literally, bro, I paid for his subscription and learned nothing from him. Thank you, man. I mean, I'm not saying that it's something that I noticed a long time ago and inspired me to take action. Can you trade if you're under 18? No, but I think your parents with some parental help and maybe some supervision. I've seen kids do it. I'm pretty sure you can have an account, but you have to talk to your parents. Yeah, they're custodial accounts. That's correct. Yeah, that's not my expertise right there. I have money for my kids, but they don't have like access to it. Obviously, my 8-year-old son's not ready to trade a live account. Maybe I should give him $100. I don't know. I want to see what my daughter's P&L would be. She's made some pretty accurate. She called a. We used to give her a bear and a bull, and she would throw one just like randomly, I'd be like, throw it, and she would throw just whichever one she threw, the one that she was holding, and we would jokingly be like, all right, well, I guess we're bearish today. In the middle of a bull run, she threw the bull, and then we dumped that day, and I was like, wow, yeah, ITP'd. Zon, are you still in? Damn, diamond hands, dude. Looks like you're going for the wick fill if you lose 218. We're close to bouncy places, so excuse my French. I'm just being patient, guys. I really don't want to like have to sit here and trade through this, but you guys know that we've got our positions. So I am so tired for some reason. New York Fed says expected inflation 3 years from now slowed from 4.2% in October 21-22 to 4%. Apple's getting frisky, yo, above 180.15, guys, and there is the chance of recovery here. Don't put it past it. So above that 180 mark, volume picks up. We could see Apple recover. So pretty wiki here. Watch Roku for a retest of 220.50. Just watching y'all. That 5 minute for Apple's not looking so hot. Trying to throw 4.5K into something. Damn. Might as well go gamble. just give it a minute, guys. This is you're getting towards the middle of the day when volatility is at its lowest. You don't want to try and put money. And there's not much. I'm not seeing much right now. Costco, our admin just added to his Costco position. That one definitely looks great above 557.72. I think there's like a little micro gap up there to go fill. So, but yeah, don't try and force trades where there isn't any. Facebook, ugh, you look like you want to get shorted. That was a nice run. Maybe you 5-minute flag. Hold on 1 second. Damn. Keep your eyes peeled on Microsoft. Or that's the start of a new 5 hourly candle. So you got 48 minutes left in this candle here, but it's starting to curl over. All right, Apple bounce there. Yeah, I'm watching. I'm looking at the news. Sometimes I'll go over here. Look at that, guys. Remember what I said on Sigma? Gap filled, push back down. And then now you're sitting at that little supply zone. So 15, 16. All right. Microsoft Spy's getting pretty close, guys. Looks like 466.86 incoming. Hopefully you get a little bit of action here. Fundamental analysis is good to know, but TA is also really useful for risk management. So sorry you feel that way. Do Shiba for you, do Shiba. All right, so we know that tomorrow, y'all, we have the core PPI and PPI. Relatively high impact data. And looking at SPY on the daily right now, I'm trying to envision, right, how we could potentially finish based on how we're trending now. And it looks like we're okay as long as we hold, bullishly, if we hold 466.30, set as 35, and really losing that level could lead us to a pullback for around 464.50, and maybe even as low as 463.55. And those are you see the 9-day moving average as well as the 50 all sitting up there. So we'll see what happens here. Apple does look as if it is going to go push down for a low day. A lot of wicks on here, guys. They're shorters definitely shorting. Costco just filled that gap to 558.60 too as well. That's awesome. I think I was gonna go pull Zoom up here because I saw that 195 strikes came in, but you guys know how I feel about the ticket flow, so there's nothing there. I'll set an alert just in case, but that's $10 away. I'll skip that. Oh, Mike, man, did anybody take Snapchat's gap fill today? We talked about this one on Friday. Somebody asked me about Snap, and I was talking about this hammer candle here, right? This really clean rejection off of, and you can see this beautiful downtrend. Perfect follow through today on Snap. I love gap fills are really high probability trades. Thank you guys if you guys are leaving likes here. The Keith, look on Urban Outfitters. If not, DM me and I'll go get one for you. And you can just go work it out. I'll send it to you or something. Beautiful. Oh, sorry. Those of you on YouTube, it's kind of hard to see all the messages everywhere. Q's bouncing. I really think 394.15 right below where we're at right now. And then 393.75. Apple has a level at 178.15, obviously. Hopefully maybe we'll be able to get out from under it. Bank of Russia to ban mutual funds from investing in Bitcoin. Bank of Russia to ban mutual funds from investing in Bitcoin. And they tagged the ticker GBTC, which I think is like, what's that one? Grayscale, that's right. That's so stupid. It's only OTC. Hey, Benzinga just posted the classic descending triangle has formed on the chart of Tesla. Do you guys remember what we talked about? Right there, dude. That's what we talked about last night. It always feels good when you get a major someone like that and retweet the same TA. That's cool. Damn, look at that Tesla. 950, and we know that's a gap fill there, so Friday could be really fun if we're inside of that gap. The Qs continue to fall. Apple's getting SPY's getting close to that low. Apple's going for low of day 178. Die. Sorry. Oh god. Oracle. Oh, nice. Ooh, that is moving up really choppily, but nice move. What's that alert? Where'd that alert come from? Hold on a second. Starbucks. Just, oh, I got an alert. Ooh, that's right. Starbucks has a gap to the downside. This might be a decent small account play. Hold on one second. That's a double top. I don't like shorting support, but hold on one second. You guys are still in plug. Let's go. Apple new low of day. Apple, some of those Apple puts are green now, but there's a gap to 114 on Starbucks, and those contracts are $78 for this week. I might take those right now on Starbucks as a little tiny play to the downside. Hold on one second. There's a gap to the downside. I love the gaps. Nvidia, damn man, I should have shorted that shit. There's too many setups. I'm not one of those people who I find comfort in more size and not. I can't have too many open positions. I got too much going on that if I took everything that I saw yet last night, I'd probably lose my mind. Right. So 115 strikes are okay, I think. I'm gonna grab a few of those now.
Order filled.
And my stop loss is probably 115.72. Right now we're looking for a break of 115 even, but 115.15 and SPY moving to the downside. Unionizing doesn't help. 10% on 172.50 puts. All right, cool. That's good. Up 54% on the plug. Plug. Where's plug? Where is it? Oh shit. Let's go. Good job if you guys helped plug. How can you have multiple charts on TradingView? Please answer. Oh, sorry. You have to pay for it. A gap. A gap is when a stock or opens higher or lower than the previous day's close, and that will leave a gap on the chart, often spurred by futures moving higher or some type of good news, bad news, etc., etc. So, man, that price prediction on AMC, money, money, and I think it's going to go to 20. Starbucks does look a little wedgy, but we'll see what happens here. It did kind of have similar movement here, but it can still spill. 115, it just bounced at 115.37. A recovery of 115.50, and you could likely retest 115.72, which is my stop loss. So if you are in Apple puts, those are at least the original entries. I'm down 45%. So, you know, there's the potential if you want to get out. It's up to you. You know, use your own risk management. But we are continuing to stay towards that low of day. So I'm hoping to go break 178 here, and go find ourselves down around 176.85. You said Amazon. I just want Pal to say some bad shit. Somebody. My puts. It would appear that it has that setup, but don't it does, but this is really aggressive angle, right? I like a little bit more, something a little cleaner, but this still can spill to the downside and make a significant new low here. So, um, yeah, maybe even like 33.85. Apple is incredibly draining. Anything but Apple. And I have just a few puts here on Starbucks. And if we break into that gap, you know, I'll add to it. But that's not even as exhausting because they're pretty cheap. So yep, I do use fibs and occasionally harmonics, but not very often anymore. So itself has to correct itself to the truth. Um, it doesn't have to, but yes, I think it should. What was that? 66% on plug. Good stuff. Those were called a while ago. That's amazing. I'm glad you guys got diamond hands. Apple at low of day. SPY going for that support level that we talked about. We're at one right now, which is 466.90. Be careful. Plug bounce 3150. Don't be greedy. There is a gap on plug. If it breaks 3150, I will probably play that gap fill to $30 even. So I know, come on, Apple, I have a family too. I'm a little, it's kind of got me a little spooked here, guys, because look at that. It's got the same setup as Amazon, but that could have it falling all the way to 176, which would be enough of a pullback for me to probably get out from underneath. And if you guys want to add below the break of 178, this is probably a good time to go ahead and look to do so. If we get that break, it's not a good idea to like try and short it until you get a good definitive break. So we've already been falling and we're getting close to SPY support, SPY bounce levels. So and I don't really see anything negative in particular coming out. Let's turn on the Squawk Box though. Looks like blue is making consecutive new highs. BLU, B BF.
ASTR.
All right, he just takes over. I think you are, dude. Point of control 177.61 on Apple. QQQ continues to make new lows. It's at a bounce now, 193.78. This thing has a insane oh my god. Elon just also said that Bitcoin is not a good substitute for transactional currency. As much as I don't want to read that headline because it shouldn't affect, it's just ridiculous that one dude can affect that. But maybe Bitcoin is probably might fall. I don't know. All right. Well, Apple's exhausting ass is finally giving us a reprieve. Hallelujah, money. We can look at Asana. Any questions? Anybody have any stock questions or anything like that? %50 on UVXY. Nice job. 72% on plug power. That's money sauce right there. Yo, Tesla going for the freaking wick fill, yo. Ouch. Damn, dude, Tesla is getting smoked. Let's go, man. Last night's session was really good. There's a lot of these stocks that I'm looking at that I'm like, yeah, okay. That's dope. Keep your eyes peeled below 335 on Facebook. You could actually reverse from there with the fuse and all this pressure to the downside. Facebook, oh my god, I just got it. Wait, 335. Okay, yeah, 335.85. I'll move over here. Everything does look like it might have a wedge. I'm up 18% and 26% on Apple puts, down 40%. Nice. So if you added two, right, when we get to these bounce levels like this, you can take a little profit off of the table. You have to be really conservative with that downside position. So I would recommend at that next point, especially with SPY getting towards these levels, and I think the real level to consider here on SPY is 466 466.25. That's definitely a level to consider watching for a bounce, which would obviously play into Apple, which is falling now. So if you guys are agreeing on your averages on the positions that you averaged up on, right? Because if you're taking a downside position, you're averaging up, not down.
VIRX, Interactive Therapeutics, announcing a final phase 1b2 data showing promising and durable signal of efficacy for NANA valve in relapsed.
I think it's important to hold.
positive lymphoma in an oral presentation at ASH.
I think it's important to hold a hedge, right? And I'd rather close the hedge out for zero. Or you know, if it continues to fall and everything goes in the money, but I'd rather close it out and be able to flip and reverse it and maybe just get out from underneath the whole position. So you're up 99% on Apple puts. Great job. All right, I gave you guys that bounce level on the Qs. That was 393.65. There's a little bounce, so watch below.
VIRX now halted on a surge breaker at $4.50. On that press release, Victor Indy Romero X-ray VIRX.
My group sessions are on my Discord, Riddle Skittles. All right, we're close. Bounce levels, Amazon, Apple look identical. Spies right there. Just breathing right on the neck of it. Amazon, or excuse me, Costco is going for highs. That one's straight up V shape.
HRL, Hormel Foods, the March 54 sleep valve, Hotel Romeo Lima, HRL.
All right, guys. I see bounces everywhere. Spy, Tesla, Apple, Amazon. We'll see if they actually. But I see big watch bounces right here. I see Roku.
That's Hotel Romeo Lima, HRL.
Watch your shorts. Yeah, Starbucks is consistently tapping this level. I'll stick with my stop loss.
Hormel reported over the weekend. Record fourth quarter sales declined. That's Hotel Romeo Lima, HRL.
Jesus, top rolly. Holy crap, dude. That's a lot. There's that bounce right on the money for Apple. So keep your eyes peeled. Starbucks we might have to double down on that. I do think that this gap gets filled, but it could. One of my rules of one thing that oftentimes can happen is 3 tests of the same resistance. So if that happens, I'll just cut it. They're super cheap and easy to re-enter. So Tesla is bouncing though. And we'll see if it gets back above 696. It's I don't expect these things to get into their gaps immediately, but look how close SPY, QQQ, and a few other key stocks are close to their gaps. So Apple, wow. Apple, wow.
SWZ.
I'm out of Apple puts. Increased account 30% with my play. Let's go, Brian, with your own plays.
SWZ.
Yeah, I'm in 30%. Solventless, that right there, man. You gotta you can't. I know it sounds really silly to do, but that right there, you do. I'm not being hard on you, but like right, but you can't. That's greed that you're, and I'm not saying you're greedy. I'm just saying that is greedy to. If you were green and you TP'd in order to protect yourself, it's absolutely 100% okay. Like that is, and that's execution on a high level because you're taking profits as you go. It's always like getting over that hump of being like, ah, I should have held the full. Like, yes, like when you'll get there, that'll eventually happen where you're able to like, but you did the right thing, and right now we're clawing back to a green position here. So good job, is what you should be saying, man. You got to pat yourself on the back sometimes. Part of this game is you are your own leader, you are your own boss. You're going to be the one who schedules yourself, disciplines yourself, and you're also the person who has to tell yourself sometimes that you're doing a good job, especially in the conditions that the market is in right now. With all of, I mean, this is crazy. There's everybody says it. Even some of the pros are like, this is nutso. So um it's yeah, gotta tell yourself you did a good job. So good job. Johnny Lee just like lost his role. What happened to your role? Ooh. Guys, should have hedged yourself on AMC. If anybody heard my AMC analysis, I gave you. Let's go. 93% on plug puts for people in the TikTok, man. Great job. Take some of those profits. Someone just called me a plus size queen. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. I'm deleting TikTok. You guys had it. I've had it. That's it. I got called a short king, plus size queen. Let's go, Dad Bod. I mean, they're not insults. Well, they're being used as insults, but ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, plunger. I'll mod you up. I do teach, yes. Apple puts paid. not the original positions. Who you? Plunger, you got to say something. Comment. Oh, I almost blocked you. Oops. Harry Potter, look at ad. Yep. Potter, sorry if I missed it. What is the PT? To Apple to the downside? We're getting pretty close to the first target. So it's the first target, and guys, I'm pretty much guaranteeing a bounce at a minimum of 176.50. But right now, the first level coming up is 176. So if you're an Apple and you want to trim out again, this is where we do so. I'm watching. So right now, what I'm going to be looking for, I'm seeing high spikes in volume as we move to the downside. I'm actually going to turn my attention over to the 15 minute. Okay, so yeah, 176 even seems like a potential move here. But right now I think it's just 176 177 is where we're heading to at the moment. Um, Momentum indicators are pointing down. Let me go. Okay, so we could certainly bounce here on Apple right at this level, and it just tapped 177.07. So, um, here's what I don't know. Because right now Apple looks like a perfect falling wedge. Do you guys see this on the 5 minute? I think it may be a good idea to get out from underneath some weeklies potentially if we recover 178. If we recover 178, you've got a 178.75 retest right here that I don't think will occur. But then if that does end up breaking, we could reverse. So again, this is a position that I didn't want to have to be in, but I am in. There's other green positions that we've had. We've had a great day outside of this one that we're managing right now. But I did have that thought and that gut instinct that Apple was going to pull back on us. And here we are. So now it's just we're in a good position, regardless, to get out from underneath the position with less pain. Starbucks is, and again, Starbucks reversal will occur above 115.75. So I mean, if that's where you want to cut, you can cut there. But personally, they're so cheap. I could see a retest of 116, but it's holding a slight divergence. So plug, yeah, plug is going for that low, man. That was money. Yeah, there's a link in my bio. Plug is at my target. Damn, let's get it. Oh yeah, 31.50 on the money. I'm telling you, be careful though. I see it will bounce. So if it's any short expiration or you're happy with the majority of the position, you can re-enter or roll something out. But oh, you don't want to try and guess the bottom. You're out of plug. Nice. Generally, so the 1 or the 5 or the 15-minute time frame, that has again everything to do with what you're trading. So if I'm trading day trading, maybe the 5 and the 15 and the hourly. If I'm scalping, maybe the 1, the 3, and the 5. you know, that's it's a preference. Manny uses the 3, I do not. I normally use the 1 and the 5 and kind of figure it out from there. But
ATLS, Ellis, and Sylvie report and happily demonstrated sustained normalization of critical measures in a broad teenage patient population.
I wonder if I should cut these wicks out, and if I'm missing that, that's the falling wedge. So watch Apple here. So Apple retest 170, a break above 178. Watch for a pop. You've got 178.62 and 178.75. This little range here. That's gonna, it's just basic simple supply and demand and price action at this point. We see the dynamic setup, and now we're gonna go and start looking at the volume and price action here. So damn, Tesla so weak. Y'all watch Tesla for a new low day, maybe even 950. If it loses 960, I almost feel like it could flush. It's already lost so much ground today, but I mean, I'd be careful, but man, that thing, it looks heavy. You didn't see any buyers really step up here. Damn, AMC gonna hit my target today? Oh, I'm watching Apple like a freaking hawk, man. I still see and could see, we could see more downside. We really could. But is the VPVR, oh, the volume profile, giving you supply and demand numbers? So you can get a more detailed, Manny has details on that. But yes, a lot of the times, like, so for example, I can see the strength behind each level. So one of the ways that I explain, and I'll explain this to people on the TikTok as well. So I'm the Red Rover thing. You know, like that's the way I look at volume profile is, you know, there's levels above and below me. And for example, so you see the lack of volume underneath us. So upon this heavy, like this line, which is 177.75 lining up, I can see where we pushed through that. So a retest and a pop back above it, right? That would give it, that would be underneath us, which would be a little bit better for recovery chances. But as a resistance, it's a little bit more formidable. So if we do reject and shorties take a position, or take positions at that mark for the rejection, then it would be a lot easier to flush down and move lower where the volume is lacking, and it doesn't pick up until you get into the 176.50, which is right around my zone. There's also a lot of volume at 175.85. So the volume profile. So you're going to go to indicators. You're going to go to built-ins, you're going to go to volume profile, and you can do fixed range, which is where you're going to take a point and you're going to set it there. And that's going to be how much data that it includes. So if you go a year back, or whatever the case may be, it'll stay there no matter what. Visible range will be wherever you're looking. So right now, volume profile for Apple is just including the last couple of trading days. If I was to step out and look for the volume profile right now, you know, going back and holding data from the beginning of November, the current volume profile shows the majority of the strength at 150, and right now at 175.60. But once you lose those levels, it's a good pullback to 171, you know, and lower. There's Amazon for a new low of day. Watch Amazon for a bounce at 33.80. Death to Roku. Are you guys still shorting Roku? Let's get it. You have to pay for TradingView for the. You just can't have more than 3 indicators. Um, this is a guy who made the spider that bit Peter Parker. Damn it, you got me. Yeah, Plunger, the mod here, is one of the admins in our chat. So UVXY new high day. Just found your YouTube channel. I like it a lot better than TikTok. Yeah, if you're on TikTok, I have a YouTube channel rolling right now. You just have to see my face, even though your boy's looking rough. I'll tell you what, man, my daughter is, my son was easy, like sleeping wise, like he had like, nightmares and stuff like that, but like he sleeping and stuff like that usually was just fine. But my daughter, man, it's like it's 12:30 every night, right? Like right when right in the deepest, I'm falling right into the most comfortable part of my sleep, not blood curdling. And yeah, and then it's about in intervals of about 45 minutes throughout the entire night. So it's pretty sick. It's really a training regimen. She's trying to build a better dad. Uh, who needs sleep. Damn, Bitcoin did spike down there. She's not teething, no. She does have knee problems. Like unfortunately, we're having to take her to a hospital in Greenville, South Carolina. But we are having some issues at the moment with that. So that could be a factor. She's also, we know she's dreaming, and she's just kind of like pissed off, like so I don't know if like somebody's stealing her toys, she's and I don't know. My son did this at the exact same age, but just not as frequent. Nice. I did want to say, guys, as far as the other admins, I'm definitely, open to like I'm always here, so like I can kind of get to the DMs, but like if these questions can be asked out in the open, make sure you guys try not to bombard the other admins when they're off of live and stuff like that. And that's not to be rude or anything like that. That's just so that they can be able to stay organized and not have people bombarded. So you guys are good though. I understand sometimes positions will go red and you guys are trying to get in touch. So yeah, Rolly gets long expirations because you're paying for time, and that's what he has. So if you don't feel comfortable in the trade and it's at your stop loss, which you need to have, because his position might be different than yours. If he's in 5 and you decided to take 20, then maybe you should cut sooner. So we are falling here, but SPY looks heavy. And Apple is needing to pop above this 177. So you asked Top Shelf to give you a rundown of the history of the stock market. That's incredibly rude. I think, how could you, Top Shelf? How could you?
ACYO halted on its circuit breaker after doing Yankee Oscar. There is
You
a
hate your life.
500
Oh, dude, user 68889, dude, don't do that, man.
today.
Hop in the free chat of the Discord, dude, so someone can talk to you or something.
Relatively low volume.
D-Nut? D-Nut's holding up. Hold up. Yo, D-Nut actually looks. Actually, hold on. Now that I'm looking at it, kind of looks like shit. Looks like you're gonna doji. You rejected your supply above you, which was 1585. So between tomorrow, which is I would watch it below 1533, because unfortunately this chart's not looking really that great. It's broadening to the upside with really low volume, really choppy price action. So I'd be looking for a definitive break of $16 in order to. Yeah, DNet right now looks like kind of like garbage. So, um, I'd set an alert at 1585 and keep an eye on it from there. All right, Apple, what are you doing, dude? God damn, I do not want to be holding these right now. This is super annoying. Kind of want to free up some BP and sell a couple for nothing.
Order filled.
All right, I just sold a couple. Just it could go lower. I don't even care. I just don't want to have to be stuck in this position. If anybody did or is holding Roku, you're up 160% if you took the same contracts. Tellerin. Tellerin is at support right now, so it's pretty simple. Watch it break $3 and unfortunately below 295. This thing's probably gonna head into the 980 285 and 270 mark. So I think looks like absolute. Oh, and this is the hourly too. Wow, that's a giant Head and Shoulders. It looks like. So 250. All right, it is 12 o'clock, guys. We gotta. If any of these, I'm still sticking to my guns here. Costco's good moving for a high of day. Watch that one. Next support for Roblox. Nice. Did anybody take Roblox to the downside? Is anybody in that? Watch that one. That one has the same setup as Apple. Everything has that bounce setup. So you're currently at a major support level for Roblox, but right below you, you're on the money with that. So it is 104, but it's 104.65 and 104.50 that are going to be the main levels there. All right, so we're curling up on Apple again above 178, guys. I'm gonna let you know right now. It is up to you on whether you want to stick to the bias or if you want to get out from under the trade. There is no volume to the upside, but you can always hedge yourself. I'm gonna stick to my guns and 178.55. But I'm not gonna stay on live, guys. I'm gonna give you guys my levels. And I will if I see or hear these alerts go off. I'll likely cut the trade. So right there, you guys can screenshot that if you want. But right here, I expect Apple to break above 178.16. So if this is worth your time and energy, but 178.25 after that, and then 178.60. 65. So that's basic supply and demand. You can see the bounce level here, 178.80. So keep your eyes peeled on that setup right there.
WKEY, why is this the 50th anniversary 50th anniversary of partnership with Cisco, the 100 million chips delivered so far, and are now developing a second additional sourcing to support growth. That's Whiskey Kilo Echo Yankee, and Charlie Sandy, Charlie Oscar, the Big White CSCO.
So the reason that I'm in, so okay, so here's what I got for you right now. I'll tell you my thoughts on Apple. So the pattern that we see right here is a falling wedge on the 5 minute with incredibly low declining volume, but technically needs a bounce and a cool off after 180. We've made a big move to the downside. If you would have shorted the top, that's an over 100% play to the downside. This is a falling wedge. Okay. Falling wedges, from my experience, will give you at a minimum a 50% retracement. If it's weak with no volume, a 25% retracement. That is going to occur right here. And you can eyeball these things, right? So we see the 100%. So, 50% is going to be right about there. So, like that's right around. And you can see, okay, there's the bounce, there's the bounce, there's the rejection. So obviously some type of resistance there. Ooh, that's 180. Okay. So basically right here, you have those two levels above you. If we're really, really weak, we have the whole ribbon indicator coming down here, which is a whole moving average. And that would likely be the rejection point there, which would give the RSI on the 5 minute time to cool off, get right back in the middle, and then potentially give us more room to the downside. I personally don't see any movement to the upside quite yet on Apple unless it gets above and holds the 178.60. And really, it's going to be the level that I gave you guys of 178.85. Above that level, if Apple continues to peruse up, then you could consider it a downside position to take. But in my opinion, I really feel that Apple is clipped at the moment and is likely going to revisit 176 before it's all said and done. That's just my hunch at the moment. I personally think that SPY is being weighed down now, and I do think that the anticipation for the data coming in for the rest of the week could be one of the key impacts here. But just going off of basic candlesticks right there, this candle right here on SPY, if it holds 466.25, it would still be in line. If it bounced and showed any type of buyer stepping up to this point of control, which I have at 468, and it finished with those buyers holding that candle up, then more than likely you could see continuation going into tomorrow and see all-time highs, and Apple bounces and continues to move to the upside. So looking at it from both sides of the coin, here goes Apple moving to the upside, just like we talked about. So there's that bounce. So 178.80 is the first level that you're looking at right now to the upside. Starbucks, on the other hand, not showing. Look at that short on Starbucks. So like in the Starbucks downside, and that has a gap again. So Starbucks has a gap to 114. So you can either do the in the money or go out of the money. So. Questions on Tesla. So to answer your questions there, I have talked about the descending triangle. Now Benzinga has followed in suit, basically confirming that hunch. So right now, I think that Tesla at a minimum needs to touch, if it hasn't already, has it? Hold on one second. Yeah, it needs to touch 950. So at the moment, it looks like 950 is the first place that you could play. You could definitely scalp something like that. The bounce that will come at 950. And I think all stocks have fallen right now. So maybe everything bouncing all at once. But if you go and you take a step out to the daily time frame, you'll see that there is a pretty large gap on Tesla. That being said, it is in the cards that Tesla bounces and goes and retests levels like 1,000. Because if we could delay this gap fill inevitably, because I'm telling you, just because we're there doesn't mean we feel it or we feel it to the downside. So it's important not to have like a huge bias. It can 950 is big, so keep your eyes peeled on that. The rest of the economic data, I'm not sure how that's going to impact it going forward. There is the dampening news on it, but that's all I got for you at the moment. So you're driving right now? Send me the map and then your GPS location, and I'll be your your Google Maps. It's probably gonna be slightly delayed, so take a left at the what? The sign. I mean, oops. I would watch that 116 retest potential on Starbucks. 115.75. If you don't want a computer, my Discord has a ton of free stuff in it, so yeah, people transition into safety with the impending news coming over. So tests as far as Microsoft, don't be surprised if this thing tries to go and give you a looks like the 140.65 support, 140.50 to the downside and 142.25 to the upside. If you guys are, what do I see for Facebook to the downside? Oh my God, why didn't I short that? So right now I have a pretty clean level. 332.50 is what I got for you underneath. So watch for a bounce there. Underneath that, I would look at pre-market. That's 331.50, so a dollar move to the downside from there. Damn, dude, SPY does not look like it wants to give up ground. Yeah, no problem. Are you shorting Facebook? I would assume. Yeah, the bounce could begin. There's nothing really to push it over edge, so bouncing and holding here is highly likely. Ooh, boy, hold on. Hold the phone. Service now, those are expensive. I haven't played now in a long time, but hold the phone. I love that. Ooh, conflicting setups here. This is interesting. All right, so this is the beauty of setting alerts. NOW below 640 to the downside, looking for a gap fill to 620. NOW to the upside, 660 with the first immediate target of 672, and that would create the inverse head and shoulders, which on the higher time frame would probably translate to a break in downtrend like that. Interesting chart there. So I'm going to set alerts at 650 I'm gonna set alerts at 6:40 the dot. We'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, 6:50. All right, and that's really all we can do. So that's called letting the trade come to you rather than trying to chase the trade. Let it come to you, let it make the choice. Facebook bouncing. I bought a inversion table so I can hang upside down. So if you guys ever want to see, I'm probably going to do that trading live. I'm just going to invert my monitors, and I don't have it yet. It's in the mail. Did anybody trade Apple to the upside here for that bounce? I wonder if he is short AMC. Yes. So I am personally not. I don't play meme stocks unless I really see the opportunity to. But I did, and I don't know if anybody can remembers this or back me up on this, but I did give people the level of $20 on AMC, and I did see the channel here, channel bottom, and I even said that we could gap fill to 16. So, but yeah, get the blood flowing directly to your Brian. Oracle had no movement to the or volume to the upside, but if it's moving on the okay, so it's still in range. Yeah, it looks like it might. So below 101.75, watch for a return to $100. I don't know who Brian is either, dude. What levels on Apple feed? Or buy at 178.60? We don't talk about buying. No, I'm just kidding. Above 178.85, 87. That would give you a push and something. Okay, so again, it may be in a book. I've never read this before. This is only my own observation. Whatever the time frame is, falling wedges are not complete reversal patterns. They are not. They oftentimes can show buyer consolidation, but not always are they reversal patterns. That being said, I expect a 50% retracement of the pattern itself, which here on Apple would put it up around 180, which is a psychological number, right? So 180 and 178, 79.65. So that's the target at the moment, past 178.85 and 179, of course. But that being said, if it's weak and the market is not giving you the reversal conditions, a 25% or less. But right here, that would be the same resistance that I gave you, 178.85, a rejection there, and you'll likely go for low of day. I eat raw garlic. That shit hurts. Coach, because I just want you guys to look at me. No, I'm just kidding. Because I thought that's what everybody wanted, was the less of me and more of charts. But I have the live up on my computer. I just don't have it scaled up. So Steven, if you anybody again, if you guys want to hit the link in my bio for the Discord, it has a bunch of free educational content in there, step-by-step stuff. So check that out. Let me see if I can find the robe. Oh my god, you guys have way too many saved pictures of me in your phones. That's alarming. What do you do with those? Oh, yo, I found another really cool one. Damn, I kind of want to buy that. Nah, I don't need that shit. Apple didn't fall $0. All right, I found the robe. If you guys want the robe, the Keith robe, I'll post it. Here it is. There's the Keith Harrington robe. Man, this is a pain in the ass. All right, guys. Well, does anybody want me to take a look at anything for them first? What do you guys want me to look at before I leave? I'm talking to the Discord first. I'll answer you guys' questions here on TikTok here in 1 minute. Also, those of you in the TikTok, my Discord has a lot of links to those videos that he's talking about, so you guys can check those out. Books, videos, etc. If I bought that robe and went to Walmart, I would get stared at so hard I would set on fire. I should record it. That'd be amazing. Can I provide Apple levels? Yes. So to the upside, first level that you want to consider is, and this is going to go by 50 cent mark. So 178.75 is above you. Above that, you've got a level which is to the 50% line, close to 179.75, and then obviously 180. And that's where things obviously could turn up and move to the upside. From there, to the downside, upon a rejection, you've got 177.85 to the downside. We already did that, Pete. We did that. We already played QCOM, son. All right. So what's up? What's the VXX doing? Is it getting turned? Let's go. Go back up. That still looks like hot dog water. And that is a beautiful rising wedge. Hold on 1 second. So this is just a retest. So unfortunately, VIX. Come on, man. So little rising wedge there. Boom. Almost 50% retracement there. You could see a low of 21.36 before it's all said and done. Right now you're retesting 21.65. But that is causing stocks to pull back. So watch Apple 177. Apple doing the dumpy. Yeah, so right below there, 9-day moving average 177.80, and then below that 177.15 and 177. Upon that break, take a step out, look at the hourly time frame on Apple, and those levels become a little bit more clear. Again, just to reiterate it, it's 176 and 177 or 175.77. The bottom of that demand zone is going to be 174. And then below that, you actually have 171.75. And then that actually gets you really close to gap fill territory. One thing also, hold on one second, I'm just exploring here. I wonder if that was support or if that was the trend. I tell you what, I said this last night and I'll say it again. The EMAs, wherever they might be, somehow are deleted from my chart again. Hold on one second. I got you. Add this to. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So I said this last night. When you get too far away from your major moving averages, including the 200-day EMA on Apple. So this is just something that, again, it's part of my EMA. I've been trading with the EMAs for forever. And it's just something that I've noticed. So Apple is incredibly far away from its 200-day moving average, which is currently sitting at 160, 150. And above it, you have made, if you look at the entirety of the move to the upside, it has brought Apple to the almost close to overbought territory. You also notice that the TTM, which basically represents momentum and volume, that has as well kind of bled out. You can also go turn to another indicator of mine. And of course, I'm not basing everything off of an indicator, but this whole ribbon indicator does not play. That's a gift from Plunger. And this one personally wouldn't. I consider the hourly to be a accurate median between the lower time frame and the higher time frame, where things are not as blurry as they seem on the daily, but not as over I don't even want to say over exaggerated, but just spread out as it is on the 5 and easily confused. So that being said, the whole ribbon indicator here flipping red oftentimes does have a high percentage when it comes to pulling back. And not always is it completely on time because you can't predict earnings drops and stuff like that, but it does flip red here, and you see that pull back here. You do start to see, and oftentimes when you cross it, so when you cross underneath it, you'll a lot of the times see that fall. So right now we're actually showing a lot of hesitancy actually losing that level. So I am maintaining my short on Apple. I still believe that Apple should see levels around 175.75 at a minimum before all is said and done. So I've I used to clean towers that were that tall on can I talk about NVIDIA? Sure. ARNA. Holy dog crap. Whoa, what the hell is even that? Oh my god. Arena. I need to know what's going on with that. Here, hold on a second. Um, RNA, Arena Pharmaceuticals. Downgrades to hold. Okay, so how Pfizer's getting into cannabis with the $6.7 billion Arena Pharma deal. The two publicly traded companies confirmed Monday that they have signed a definitive agreement under which Pfizer will acquire all outstanding shares of Arena for $100 per share on all cash transactions. Pfizer expects to finance the transaction with existing cash on hand by obtaining all necessary approvals. Arena Pharmaceuticals, based in San Diego, California, is a biotech company with one segment of its drug pipeline dedicated to cannabinoid-type therapeutics and the core of cannabis biotech operations in its research and development in the investigational drug candidate oral whatever that says APD 371. This is an oral full agonist of the cannabinoid receptor 2 that is being researched for the treatment of various symptoms, mainly concentrating on the visceral pain connected with gastrointestinal illnesses. All right. Okay, so that's the deal, and you did you hit 100? Interesting. Okay. Well, maybe I would go with whole numbers on that. You lose 90. You go from there, but maybe wait till all is said and done. Um, but damn, that is a fucking huge gap. Okay, so Nvidia, I don't know, I haven't touched this line. You guys can see it right there, 287.75. That is the only line that you see on my chart. And looky here, everybody. Look at the bounce levels. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now at this point, all moving averages are lagging. So it does look like you could retest at 293, 294. Above that, I have a level of 294.75. Go to the 15-minute here. You can kind of see where these moving averages are sitting at. So 295 would be the absolute at the moment with the current trajectory, it needs to bounce. So Nvidia above that mark or its current mark 292.75. And you should see a little tap up there, maybe potentially around that 295. But I personally am not going to play it. I'm not really in the mood to try and catch bottoms at the moment. SPY is curling back up. You're going to want to keep an eye on SPY above 468.50. That's where things can turn north. The VIX is, just like I talked about, rejecting that 261.62 and continuing to the downside of that falling wedge. So that means that likely things like Apple and Starbucks and other things may continue to hold their level. Okay, so we're at that first target on Apple. So if you guys are hedging yourself or whatever the case may be, keep an eye on Apple pushing above this level here. Small resistance at 179, and then inevitably the 180 call. So if you guys are hedging yourself, this is actually another opportunity to get out from underneath that trade. So, but anyway, I am Hood's got downgraded. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, guys. I gotta go get some food and take care of some stuff. My alerts are set, and my levels are here. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. But I will be back on before the end of the day to kind of reevaluate things and see where they're at. But catch you guys in a minute. All right, peace out, guys. All right, thank you guys on YouTube and stuff like that. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Peace.